You have like those streams opened up for Cata 1 and Cata 3 though?
Not yet, no. I need to pull those ones up.
Yeah, there's Bull, Soggy Cereal, Rain Guy, and Dalado_, and the YouTube stream from Body Knife for Cata 1. Then Forced Gender Reassignment, Core, or Bioshift, or one of them for.
There we go. All right, I have the Legend one live right now.
Incandescent and /Exio.
We're gonna open it here with EXAN is still in keep. Warkaiser's doing his thing. Baron. Okay, they're all running forward through. I just want to do a quick welcome and thank you guys for joining. My name is Ishka TV. You guys know me in the Vermintide community. I play a lot of Legend, a lot of Cata, basically base game and focusing on weaves. But I am here joined with Grimelect. Hey man,
Hello.
how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, dude, I'm so excited for this tournament. For those of you who don't know, Grim invented this difficulty that you guys are going to be watching. So it's going to be really cool to kind of see these people playing and seeing Grim kind of like prepare us a little bit about what's coming up in the next event. I know that you guys kind of see some stuff here. It's a little grainy. I'll be going away pretty soon. But this is the second season of the Deathwish Onslaught tournament. It's friendly tournament. We'll go over the rules in just a little bit, but these guys are in the maps right now, so we're going to take a look at them, see what's going on. Squeak, thank you for joining. I wonder if there's a good way this will work. I can change the quality options on probably some of them, not all of them. And we're going to just take a look and see. Oh. And then when we're watching those particular streams, we can always go back. So it kind of looks as though we have, trying to see who's the furthest along. Take a look at Warkaiser. EXAN still in the keep, and looks like they're on their way. What happens if I can full screen this? Oh my god. Can't auto. Oh, I can set it to 20.
It's rather insane this time around.
Yeah.
We had a lot less teams to cover the last go. Now with so many teams playing at the same time, we're gonna be strengthened to try and keep track of as many people as possible.
I don't have any Steam downloads or anything going on, do I? I'm just gonna exit Steam because I'm not playing or anything like that. Okay, so this is Warkaiser, a little grainy. A little grainy on their end. Is it grainy for you? If you watch Warkaiser?
Watching it through your stream, it does look a little grainy.
Real grainy. Real grainy. We can see where they kind of are.
I believe that's the only stream for their team, so.
Yeah. Okay. All right, well, we'll do this because we got Marcus Rising right now. We're going to take a look at them. I'm going to go away. We're going to watch this. We're going to shoutcast it. Grim, take it away. I'm going to do a couple of tweets and make sure that we got some representation here. We will go over the teams that are playing, but Grim, let us know what we can expect.
Yeah. So watching Marcus Rising right now, they're starting the first map of Nest, which is the Skaven only map, most notably. We didn't get to see exactly everything that he took, but it'd be interesting to see if they taken any power versus Skaven tech or anything like that. Regardless, we've got a team comp of Ironbreaker, Mercenary, Waystalker, and Witchhunter Captain. This is on Legend difficulty tier. But regardless of which difficulty it is, this is also like Deathwish Onslaught, which means that the stagger resistance of everything is increased significantly, as well as Onslaught, which makes all the spawns significantly more difficult to deal with, as it redesigns the events of every single map. So far they seem to be doing pretty good. We're 4 minutes in their run, and everything is going well for them.
So these guys are moving forward. They are coming up to the drop down. Usually there's some ammo, but you can see they're doing just fine. If I do that, Lipter, if I do that, I'm gonna have to relaunch this browser, which might be a problem.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well so far.
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. We're gonna see where these other guys are. We are using a multi-stream here, so I'm not sure if I want to do multiple. Hello, boy. Hey, how you doing? Little kid just came in his room. Okay, Warkaiser's doing all right. Baron, oh, maybe that's a white. Looks like they're in the keep again. We'll have to figure out what Baron's doing. And we have Examina's team moving up. Hi, little boy. How you doing? Where's Mama at? Take a look at Exam real quick. So in terms of difficulty, they're starting off here on Into the Nest. It's a Skaven only map. What are things that could trip up a team?
To be fair, it is considered an easy map. It is probably the easiest of the four, since being able to know that you're going to deal with only one race reduces the potential threats significantly. There's no Chaos Warriors, there's no Beastmen, there's no Minotaurs or Chaos Spawns or Trolls, since it includes as bosses as well. There's no Chaos Patrols. So the main thing you have to deal with are mostly Stormvermins and Monks, as well as the usual cast of specials from Skaven. And the teams we've been watching so far are the Legend teams, which is the easiest of the 3 difficulty.
Here we're gonna pull up a couple of the tier 2, the Cata 1 and the Cata 3 maps.
Yeah. We can go up the difficulties one at a time, so let's see how the Cata 1 guys are doing.
How they're doing. Let me pull some of those streams up real quick. Trying to set up this multi-stream thing, but get a bowl of soggy cereal. What's going on, Mugtulu? Zalrock, thank you for joining us. This is gonna be
That's with most everyone right now. They're just past the first Grimoire area. They're at the end of the giant bridge. So this team, both Soggy Cereal, is currently running Grail Knight, Slayer, Battle Wizard, and Which Are the Captain.
There we go. I got it pulled up.
They're pretty DPS heavy, having a Slayer and a Grail Knight in the same team.
That's a lot of damage output.
And there's a lot of frontline. It's like the Grail Knight is obviously a frontline, being a dual melee class, and also a high DPS output.
Do you think they're just trying to rush through, burn down like as many enemies as fast as possible? Maybe it's like a all for like a it's like an all in almost. See if they can like clear this map as quick as possible.
That might yet be the goal, honestly, considering Nest is noticeably easier with having only Skaven. If you take builds that can obliterate Stormvermins with consistence, then you can probably walk through a lot of this fairly quickly. Since you know you're not going to have to deal with Chaos Warriors or, Beastmen or anything like that. You don't have to take anything that is good against Chaos Warriors, because you know you're not gonna have to deal with Chaos Warriors. So you could technically take a group that would do horrible against Chaos Warriors, but you'll do just fine on Nest.
So there are 3 teams streaming on Twitch for Cata 1, which is the tier 2. SwaggerDaggerSquad is streaming on YouTube, so I'm gonna have to open up another tab for them just to kind of see where they are. Keep tabs on them. But we are going to be able to have 3 streams open here. This one's going to look a little weird because it is 3. So we got Rain Guy with his good old Saltzfire emote there in the bottom right. He's going to be in our center. Left side, we got Bowl of Soggy Cereal. And then you have Delito. So Delito's team's pretty much at the start of what's going on. Oh no, am I? All right, we'll fix that real quick. Warhammer. Thank you for that catch. Update. Just for the sake of continuity, I think it's still going to say that this is under Mechanicus. So what I'm going to do, Daryl, thank you for coming in. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream and restart it in a couple of seconds so that we can make sure that this is going to be... Actually, no, post-stream. Can't I change it? Can't I change the game title?
I'm not entirely sure.
I think I can change the game post-stream. But Zero, thank you for coming in. Steve Must Be Otaku, thank you for coming in. Slayer, thank you for coming in. I know we don't have a whole lot of sound going on right now. I'm just trying to set up these tabs here so we can keep tabs on everybody. So Cata 3, again, we're gonna look at 4 different streams.
Yeah, I'm currently going through and seeing what I can see about every single team so far.
We're gonna
Well,
take
it's
a
hard
look
to
here.
tell with so many at the same time. I don't believe anyone has wiped yet.
Who? We're gonna put our focus here on BioShift.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm just building the tabs right now. Thank you guys for coming in. This is a very quick and strange tournament. We have over 20 teams playing. So like it was immediately 9 o'clock. Boom! Everyone started. Everyone's running these levels at the same time, or they're trying to. And the goal of this tournament is to get through 4 levels. The fastest gets the most points. The fastest wins. So we're going over 4 maps. The first one is going to be Into the Nest, just kind of the map that's going to get you into this whole tournament. Then you have Athelor Louis. Sorry, I almost said Atheloren. And then we have Old Haunts. And then the hardest map out of this set of 4 is going to be Convocation of Decay. And that one's going to be crazy. Because it forces you... Well, it doesn't force them. They're not going for an Okri challenge. But there's that pool you have to stand in. There's a timer you must complete. And if you're out of the pool for too long, that timer actually starts to drop down. So
it does have checkpoints for each of the sorcerers. Like when the sorcerer dies, that's like a checkpoint of progress. It can't go below that anymore. But you can lose progress if you don't kill the sorcerer before dropping down.
Okay, let's go closer now, Sam.
I
So
think
you're focusing on BioShift and Core Steam right now. They're on Cata 3, which is the hardest of the 3 difficulties available. So we're running a fairly standard setup here of a Mercenary, which are the Captain, Battle Wizard, and Siren Breaker, which is one of the most standard-ish setup you can find for Cata 3 that wish Onslaught. Just solid all around backline, frontline, everything in between.
So who's that first thing that you have up there? I have $249 up right now, but you bio, right?
Yeah, I was talking about BioShift here.
Okay, let's pull that up real quick. $249 doesn't seem to be live right now.
No, I believe they've played their games at another time.
Oh, did they? Okay. Okay, so here's bio. Bone Dragon. I'm sorry, Bone Daddy. Thank you for joining. So bio's turn. We're looking at the Witch Hunter Captain, Iron Breaker, Mercenary, and our Battle Wizard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're doing pretty well so far. They're already quite far in the map for only 13 minutes and a half. I do believe quite a few of the teams that are confident might want to try and like slightly speedrun Nest, with it being the Skaven only map that you can just bring a bunch of tech against some vermins and then do pretty well on it, and try and finish the map quickly, so you can have more times for more attempts on the other 3 maps that are harder, and have the entire roster of the game on them as opposed to just Skaven.
I hope that you want that to be the answer, right? You don't want to be like, all right, we're going to just burst through this map. It's going to save us a whole bunch of time. But then if you wipe 1, maybe 2 times, depending on how deep into the map you are, that could set you back the amount of time you're hoping to gain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no matter what they do, like all the teams have to play it safe enough that they're not like straight up speedrunning. They are clearing the map in a safe fashion, because obviously they can't afford wipes.
Who is this? This was supposed to be on the bottom right here. Everspin, but it looks like Everspin is not live right now. Korea, so probably not gonna be able to see that stream.
Yeah, for Cata 3, I had 4 streams open that are actually live right now,
Who do you have?
which is Force Gender Reassignment 0.
Oh,
I
that's what.
have Core of the Bioshift team, Incandescent, EU, and /Gex 0.
Okay, this should be the four. We're not gonna be going through every single team. You guys can see just trying to get this set up. The multiple different streams at one time is gonna be pretty tough. So we're gonna try to bounce through each one of these teams that we have kind of seen. This is the tournament that we're gonna be covering. So just to give these teams currently playing representation, we got Team Examina, War Kaiser, Marcus Rising, and Baron of the Dane. And then we have Bolasagi Serial, Rangai, Delito. And in this particular tab, we have Bioshift, Blow, Splash X, and Force Gender Reassignment. We'll go over the team names and the rosters more appropriately, but this is just kind of shotgun style, who we have, and who's playing what. And then I'm going to have to go through here and kind of change up a little bit of the quality options just so I can make sure.
I am seeing War Kaiser on the Legend tier is unfortunately very grainy.
Yeah,
is
War Kaiser is having
an
some
unfortunate
difficulty.
bitrate.
We can kind of guess a little bit of where they are. I mean,
Yeah,
they're coming up to another drop down. They're just before the ogre dens, like the ogre warrens, the shipping crates of ogres. Take a
they
better
have
look
one
here at
down.
Examina.
I don't know if anyone's wiped yet. It's hard to actually go through every single stream.
Yeah,
But
this is
so
gonna be
far, I've
tough.
not seen anyone that was dead. Everyone just seems to be 16 minutes or so in their run.
It would be interesting to have particular people run timers. Like Examiner, you can see in the bottom left or bottom right here that they're just about to hit 14 minutes in. They're at the. They just stepped into like the ogre crates.
I'm seeing Baron of the Eden, which is only 8 minutes in their run, which I don't know if they've had to restart or if they just started a bit late.
I think they did have to restart. I think they wiped early on.
Yeah, they might have wiped.
But we're just kind of seeing where they are. They're okay. They got to the mechanical bridge that they had to open up, walk through. There's no style points here for tomes and crims and stuff like that. But to give you guys just a quick kind of rundown of what's happening as far as the point system, because we say, you know, if you win, we had War Kaiser drop. If they're able to pick them back up. But the idea is you get 3 attempts per map. This first map, Into the Nest, is worth 4 points. So you have 3 attempts to get the 4 points. And if you complete it, great, you got your 4, move on. Just because you finish, let's just pretend everybody finishes Into the Nest. Everyone's got their 4 points. But the very first team that won, let's just say that they ended up getting tripped up on maybe the next map 2 or 3 times. And the person who beat Into the Nest last has a chance to get up in front as far as time is concerned, because what if they beat Athel first? You get what I'm saying? So it's still really open to see who's going to be taking home some of the prizes here in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So we got T1. We see EXANs coming up here. This big ramp. I dislike this area. This big ramp takes forever. You usually get like a horde or something, and then it's a slow trickle in horde. And then once you get up to like the catwalk area, it can get tough, especially if you get those gun rats, you get those fire rats, a horde, maybe a packmaster might run through and pick you up. It's a really tough spot.
There is a particularity on the Nest map in this area. Right before this giant ramp here, the area that we walked through on normal official maps, it actually disables spacing for a short time as you walk through it, which I'm not entirely sure why, since there's not like actually any event that that goes with it, but it happens regardless. Though I believe that on Onslaught I've disabled that, so you get to have hordes in an area that usually is fairly clear in normal gameplay.
So, that's interesting. when you designed this, we're gonna pop over to Marcus Rising. Is there any spot that on this particular map we can go through each one like as we get there? But on this map, do you have like a diabolical spot that's going to be a real tough spot for them to get over?
Well, obviously, like Onslaught has like this general upgrade to the spawn logic for all maps that is shared, and the only thing where it has specifics is for the events of every single map, and the only actual event of Into the Nest. Well, actually, there is two technically, since when you open the bridge where the second tome is, that is technically its slight event, and that it spawns a bunch of slave rats at the end of the bridge that walk towards you when the bridge opens. But it's not much of one. The only real event of Into the Nest is, well, the boss fight, obviously, which I did modify noticeably, since one of the problems that made the boss fight too easy and still does on official is that Spine Mangler just drops in by himself and then gets promptly slaughtered because he's alone for way too long. So obviously Onslaught fixes that by making a bunch of things drop in before him. So you already have your hands full before he jumps in the arena, so you don't get to just burst him down too easily.
It is funny
The
how the
Marcus
Lord's
Rising team here is already nearly at him.
Mhm.
So we might get to watch them and see how they do in the fight.
I was just watching Baron. Baron had to take care of they
Yeah,
just cleared a rat ogre, and they're getting up to they're making their way. 12 minutes into the map, they're making their way up to the ogre warrens. They have a couple of drop downs they have to go through, but they're moving up.
Have to pick up that one to die.
Right here. Well, yeah, man. You need as many style points. Marcus Rising, this is it. Here is Spine Mangler. Let's see if what you just said is true. He's gonna pop in. Let's see the horde, or at least the enemies, come in first. There they are. There's a couple of storms. Turn up the sound. Let's get some sound on. Let's see how they do. Even monks in this. That's tough.
Yes, there are monks and Solvermans that drop in immediately at the beginning with the boss. That force you. It's not much of a gigantic horde at the beginning like that, but it's just there to keep you from being able to just aim at the head of Spine Mangler and delete him before he gets to do anything.
What's up, Di? Thank you for coming in. Spoon it, thank you. Do you get advantages for scoring or taking Crimson Tomes? No. It's just style points. It's just bragging rights at this point.
Rather large holds, and it also focuses quite a bit on the holds having shields to make them noticeably tougher.
Should they bomb?
There's a lot of shields going on the boss fight.
Yeah, the shields always cause. And plus, look at the weapons that they brought. Like, you have a spear, sure. You have the two dual hammers. There's a bill hook, so the bill hook can do good with like a couple of shields.
New recruit!
All hail the new recruit!
Kronos, welcome back. And Pep, thank you for that.
Yep.
Welcome to the tournament.
Okay, this is again in the legend tier of things, which
help.
is the easiest of the 3 difficulties available to us. It's no pushover, mind. It's still a moderate difficulty to be sure.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Marcus just popped his bomb. That was the last bomb that they had.
Yeah.
My ult up here.
This Carrick is like probably the squishiest, so to say, of the bosses.
Nice. All right.
Down he goes.
Careful, focus.
See, I love that. Do you hear that?
A fight like this would probably have been over in about 5 seconds on official. At least it gave them something to actually deal with on here.
They had positioning. They had their back to the wall. You saw that they had to split up. It was Salty and the elf had to go back off. Well, not back off, but they had to like go around wide, clear up the rest of the horde from the back, and then try to hope that they can keep Spine Mangler right there in the corner with them, which they were able to do. Everybody still. They even have 3 things of healing. And they're all above pretty much 50% health. So that was a really, really clean fight for them.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Okay, so now we have... Oh, we missed it. EXAN looks like they cleared out their Spine Mangler as well.
Yeah, all the teams will probably be either running up to Spine Mangler or having killed them around this time.
As far as teams, at least for
on
Legend,
anyway.
Legend looks like we have Marcus and then Examina are the...
I don't know if you have that stream open, but we have an interesting point of view we can see if you open Zafio VR streams.
Hold on.
Since
Rain
he's
guy.
the one who's spectating his team as opposed to participating directly, which is not pretty interesting point of view to see of the team doing their thing.
Did you see
Unique,
this?
really.
I just watched Rain Guy. They're playing on Cata 1, and like you said, as soon as ScarX showed up, he jumped in. They killed him within 3 seconds, probably less than that.
They actually do that, yeah. I'm
I'm
sure
look
that a
this.
team
You got a
would
Shade,
take
you got a Grail Knight, you got a Bounty Hunter.
a Shade, which on a Shade, Drill Knight, and
He pulled the pistol out, so that's
yeah,
a Bounty Hunter.
that would do a pretty good execution.
They blew him. I'm glad we saw it. It was like 3
Yeah, Bounty Hunter
seconds.
as well.
Oh my god. Now
Yeah,
who
that
are you
is 3 characters that can do an execution of a character. Looks like they might have teched for it, really, considering that is quite aggressive against him.
Even still, look at this. Like, I wasn't even seeing this. Bolasagi Serial is actually ahead of Rain Guy, even with that speed kill on the boss. They're ahead of them. Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
I bet you Rain Guys just heard me say that. What? Excuse me? No. Okay, and then we're going to take a look here at Cata 3. Who do we have? What's going on? Cata 3. We're still kind of moving into Ogre Warrens. I don't think there's any.
Yeah, Cata 3 might have a bit of a slower pace because everything has so much health on that it can you can't just walk through it. You need a serious amount of DPS to keep up and then proceed securely through it.
Yeah, Kronos, there was monks. There are monks. There are storm, like, clan rats. I'm sorry, there's shielded clan rats, and then you even have shielded storms and regular storms with the halberd. And if Spine Mangler is alive long enough, he will summon more storms.
Yeah, we got Bioshift's team that's currently fighting Spine Mangler on Cata 3. The Battle Wizard is unloading a bunch of powerful bolt staff headshots into him. That seems to be their main source of DPS, while the rest of them just fight the Horde.
I know I keep bouncing.
They're offering a front line for the Battle Wizard to be able to do headshots unpunished.
I mean, look, they even got
their plan of action.
They even got the concentration potion on that Iron Breaker. So once he finds some room, he's probably gonna pop it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they have this. They have like full supplies, and everyone's doing fine. I have no doubt in my mind that they will clear this with no issue.
I hear what you're saying, Kronos. He says to replace all storms within in the Spine Mangler fight with monks. That's just insane aggro, man. Like, they don't care about damage.
Well, the thing with too many monks and no storm vermin is that you can just bring a shotgun and go to town into them.
It's all about that. I feel like the Spine Mangler, he's the war chief, right? So like he should have access to every flavor of vermin. Imagine at some point in this fight that he summons like ratlings up on like towers, and they just shoot down into you.
Yeah, those arenas are not designed with specials in mind usually.
So Bioshift got their kill.
You tried to bring them in.
This is cool. This is cool to see how people are handling this fight. Some people are like, all right, we're gonna create a line of skirmish, hold off the rats. We're gonna offer either one player to just lay into Spine Mangler, or we're gonna go all in. We're gonna pop our strength potions. We're gonna throw some bombs. We're just gonna annihilate him as quick as possible.
Yeah, it is interesting to see which teams brought a comp that aims to obliterate Scarab before he moves, and which teams just decided to go for something more consistent for the rest of the map.
Here, I'm gonna pause some of these other streams I have running because it's just eating my resources. 32 gigs of RAM. Can't handle this? Oh, what happened? We got a fed. The Warkaiser die? Fail? It says he's still alive. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, so they're in the town. Or not town. It's Horns Keep.
I've taken a look at the other three Cata 3 streams. Bioshift has a significant pace compared to the other teams on Cata 3. All the other teams, which seem to have been in the map for about the same amount of time, roughly, except for Force Challenger assignment, which is only 20 minutes in their run.
Yeah, they maybe have failed, or maybe they started late.
Failed by 8 minutes in or so, unless they started late.
Yeah, so We're gonna take a pause here on Cata 3. We're gonna go back to Legend and take a look, see where these Legend teams are at. We've got EXAN is.
Yeah, the second map is Hatel and Louis.
This is a tough map. Okay, so if you see here where Marcus is, let's down on here. You take a look at Marcus here. This particular spot, they got a boss coming in, but these choke points are tough, and not choke points for the rats. These are choke points for characters, for players.
Oh, for sure they are. The beginning of Hatel and Louis is by far one of the worst beginnings of all of the maps.
So a lot
Since
of
you
teams
got like this giant.
We're
At first, you've got this giant downward slope, right, which is
right,
generally horrible terrain to be fighting on. And on most normal maps, you don't get official realm, that is, you don't get punished much for that because usually you make it down the hill before a horde shows up. But on Onslaught, there's no mercy. A horde will show up.
Olden, thank you for that.
And then once you make it down that, there's this ravine that you have to go through with all this giant choke point, which with a boss trigger as well.
Thank you for that, Olden.
Marcus' team dealt with this Red Ogre and Horde fairly well.
Well, so a lot of teams, and this just kind of shows the type of communication you need with your team, because people will be like, "Oh, there's a boss," but for some reason, people, especially in this particular map, this particular area, a lot of people try to rush up to here to try to fight, or maybe even further, and it's to fall back to where you just were, that you know is cleared. You got to tell everybody that's what you're doing. Because if you have two people run up front and they get met with a horde, a lot of times you can see you have chaos now, but a lot of times at this particular spot, you could get that Blightstormer. You can get those Chaos Warriors. You have to deal with all that with a horde, with a boss, in a choke point, can be real tough.
Yeah, generally pushing forward is always risky when there's already something on you, because you're going to get more ambience, right? Going backward doesn't aggro more ambience, going forward does.
Baron is coming up to their Scarlet kill. And like we said before, they might be a little bit behind here on the Scarlet kill. They're coming close to it. But you never know. Other teams could get tripped up on a later map and they could catch up just because they've had to reset.
The thing that I'm wondering here, on the Baron's team, they have a bot. What's going on with that?
They probably do they have an alternate?
Someone.
If you take a look at the roster, Baron has, looking for it. They do have a stand-in. First Banger is their stand-in. Like they do not have their stand-in. Something's going on. Maybe it could be a connection thing.
I'm done looking at the roster.
Corona says Athel feels like one giant player trap, especially the first tome Grim locations. Second half is a lot easier. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, the first tome in Grim locations, it's like you need to go left. All right, now go hard right and go to the other corner. You know, like you can't really straight shot that map like a lot of other ones. So we're gonna take a look here at this Spine Mangler hit. We've already got him at half health, thanks to the Grail Knight, Witch Hunter Captain. Oh, Elf is down.
Ooh. Which team are we watching?
We're taking a look at Baron right now. They're at their Scarlet kill.
Ooh, yeah, that is.
Ooh, Elf's down. Who was the person that was spectating? You said that might be a cool.
Exapio VR.
Okay, we'll take a look at that.
Yeah, it looks like they went for a bit of a execution setup with the Grail Knight and Waystalker with the old thing. Which they did get an execution here, but it was not clean. Maybe they were thinking of something better than a bot as a fourth teammate.
Yeah, I mean,
It does look like they'll be making it fine now. So
yeah, they got that clear.
being one down once the boss is dead and cleaned out is not
It
a
should
problem.
be pretty simple after. You go up the lift, you go through a couple of hallways, good to go, right?
Yeah, Xafio's stream is currently spectating the boss fight. Scarrick is already nearly dead.
There we go. There's Zafio. All right. I just couldn't find their name. And they are in the...
Yeah, we'll want to be watching some of that once they...
I'm going to give them their own tab. I think trying to have 5...
forward, considering that this is a really interesting point of view. It's not we've never really had a spectate feature in Vermintide, and then seeing this like a full-on third-person spectator is pretty fun.
Look here. I don't think I've given Bull or Delito any screen time here. So Delito's coming up on Ogre Warrens in Into the Nest. Athel restart maybe here, I think, on Rain Guy. And we have Bull in the keep. They're bringing a Slayer, a Grail Knight, Witch Hunter Captain, and a Battle Wizard.
Double melee only again.
Yeah. But they're in the keep, so maybe that was a wipe. Maybe they had a reset. Something's going on.
Yeah,
Maybe
we'll
someone
see.
had to go AFK for a minute. Yeah, it looks like they have an AFK.
Double speed pot.
We'll take a look at that in a second, Zero. Dubbed a run for Team EXAN. They got their original teammate live, so now I'm officially rejected. Oh, get out of here. Be gone. That's awesome that you're a stand-in, though, to be able to come in, say what's up, play. Taking a look here at bio shifts. Blow, /X, and forced gender reassignment.
I'm okay for now.
I got the assassin.
Or
So
Cata
this is
3
the-
teams.
Yeah, these are this is the Cata 3 teams. The Cata 3 teams are still. Ooh, those are some clutch revives by Blow. Shade doing work,
Nice.
but you can see they're still here. You got 35 minutes here for /X on
Place to stand for.
Into the Nest. Forced gender reassignment on 26, so I think this is their slowing down their pace. I think this is their second attempt. They just took more time. And then if you take a look here, Blobo just walked up to Spine Mangler. Actually, yeah, he's about to drop in, but let me take a look here. We have Athel over here on bio. Taking care of that ogre and that choke point we talked about earlier in Athel.
How you doing?
Ooh. That looked like... Is that revive speed? That was quick.
Have you used any resources?
The Handmaiden has 50% revive speed baseline since the new patch, which can be stacked up with the trinket value as well to
No, we don't want to
go all the way up to 80%, which is a nearly instant revive.
Inkin's down. He's almost dead. Inglorious dead. We got Witch Hunter
Nice
Captain.
bolt staff then.
Just trying to... Whoa, doing some big jumps. And they got Combine. Combine is an exceptionally strong player. I've never actually watched Inkin or Inglorious play. I've never watched Blobo play either. But I do know that Combine has got a great way to look at the situation in front of them. Take care of the problem.
Yeah, it's one of the teams that seems to be having more issues here with Spine Mangler. Like the fight can easily go sideways if you fail to keep up the DPS here, since it spawns so many units with so many shields that it starts to be hard to clear out once it's stacked up like this. And once Spine Mangler himself comes in and just starts waving his swords around, which are
As soon as that wizard
Cyberwolf
got up, the
bot.
wizard got dropped. No, Combine down too. There's a shout out by the Witch Hunter. Okay, picked. Oh, as soon as Combine got picked up, he probably had like an overhead, like immediately the second he got picked up.
as long as some of them stay alive, since the respawns are obviously in the boss fight. But they're not making much progress right now. They're just surviving.
Who's?
A strength potion from the Grail Knight is a really big consumable in this, because strength potions allow you to break shields with every single attack. So all the Skaven clan rat shields are just going to explode.
I had the
all
audio
of the
from another
swings.
stream open, and I was like, I heard Barden kill that scruff. I was like, there's 2 dead players and no dwarf. Why is Barden talking?
Scarix inside mid, not a fan.
Alright, let's get back together. Heal yourself.
I'm able to up this quality a little bit.
I'm trying to.
No.
I'm just one hit.
Yep, I'm watching you.
This is surprising. They've had 4 revives in this Scarrick fight.
Stabilize.
Monks coming in.
To be fair, Scarrick himself isn't particularly good at interrupting
He's
people's
got swords
revives,
out,
so
yeah.
you're basically just dealing with the Skaven themselves to interrupt you, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you've got all these, just the number, it doesn't even really matter
Yeah,
what it
obviously
all
the
is.
numbers.
I got him.
Blow's
People will
doing
be running
exceptionally well
60%
surviving.
or more block cost reduction, as well as
Maybe if ever they're combined, we can switch.
other stamina boons in this difficulty. So
He's in ad phase.
It also kind of looks like Blow
Oh,
knows the positioning and knows how to actually use the density of Skaven to make himself
Nice.
pop up in the air really high and kind of
Nice,
get
nice.
better
Okay,
position.
let's clear this up and then get it the hell out.
That's a lot of shit
this
coming in.
carriage dead, but they're not out of it yet. Still got a
No.
noticeable hold to clean out
Oh,
here.
hang on me.
They're asking, did you change Spine Mangler's friendly fire damage, or have they just not been close enough to make him do his AoE?
No, the Spine Mangler himself just behaves as usual, which
Fuck.
it's just that usually like you have to kind of try to make him
Just get
team
out.
kill with everything,
you guys
but with
can.
so many units on the
I feel
field, it's
your
more
pain,
likely
but
than
this
that he'll
pain,
hit something.
thank
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just they just haven't
they're-
been close
they're good
enough
at
to make him do it.
Yeah, group up and just go.
He is dead.
There's a hook
They
coming
did
in.
the kill.
Yeah,
Hook rat
but they have
coming
to
in.
get to the end,
Chasing
not
you
just kill
guys.
him.
Yeah.
So Krat was they got shouted away.
Go invis.
Okay.
As long
Okay.
as the
I
elevator
know.
doesn't get
Oh!
blocked somehow, and they will. Yeah, they made it.
Just go.
And I
You guys
don't
can make
think
it.
any of this follows you, like
Okay.
something like it would on the righteous stand event.
Congratulations, Blobo. That was a lot of
Epic
blocking
night.
and moving for them, for Blobo. That was insane. And then we have Force
Yeah, that
Generator
was
inside.
not very clean, but it did the job.
It happens. It happens.
What matters is the end result.
So this is actually something I was hoping we could get.
They're not out of it yet. This loss of ambience at the exit here.
For Blobo.
The shade looks like it's going to rush revive with Invis. Is that a good idea? It's a lot of storm vermins with 10 HP.
Good.
Oh, they got a shout out. They'll be fine.
Combine can't get the reses.
Oh, they said come on, can't.
Wait for another ult.
Oh. Okay. Well, crossbow doing some work here. Ooh.
It looks like you switched to
I'm on Blobo.
Zaphio's stream.
I did for a second, but I wanted to see them
It
recover.
looks like we've missed a wipe. They were on the boss fight when
Oh,
I
that's
last
you, my
checked
son.
them. I thought they would be fine for it, but if they're still on the beginning of this, it looks like something killed them.
Alright, let's fucking go. Jesus.
Let's get out of here.
That was
Congratulations.
cursed.
Combine, Incan, and Glorious. Blow. Congratulations, you guys. That was a hard fight. See, this is really cool. I really like this because you can even see like the health percentages. You guys just take a second here, Zaf, right? Zafio?
Yeah, Zaphio.
This would be really cool to do, but like rotating in between different players' like sessions would be hard. But this spectator
it
mode
does
is
make me wish there'd
really
be some
cool.
official support for a feature like this. This is a really cool point of view to see of the team,
Yeah, I love this.
especially one that is organized as opposed to anything you might see in public games.
So we saw in the last series, we actually talked about this. It would be cool to have some sort of spectator mode. So it got out there. Somebody made it. Probably Raindish, maybe. I know he's a big modder and things like this, UI and stuff like that. I could be wrong.
Sure.
I don't want to give credit to the wrong modder. But this is super cool to have this and be able to see it in multiple different streams, or maybe just in game. That would be cool. The loading times would be atrocious. But this is really cool. I love this concept. I hope we see more of stuff like that. Taking a look at EXAN, Warkheiser, Marcus Rising, and Baron. They're still in
Yeah,
Athel.
I took a look quickly at the VOD of Zafio from what just happened. They were on Spine Mangler and they got him down to about 10%, and then they got overwhelmed by a very gigantic horde of rats, and unfortunately died.
Now I'm realizing something here on Examina's stream versus the other ones, especially in this particular map, Athel. Is it possible to mess with the player's senses even more and force every one of these maps to be foggy, to be snowy, to be rainy, you know? Like, it's...
I'm sure it could be done as far as modding goes.
I'm interested to see here. We got Marcus Rising. Their team is coming up to the event, the finale over here, but we're making some good progress with the rest of the teams. Not too far behind, really. Just a couple of sections.
Yeah, some of
Even
those
if-
teams like that are playing on legend difficulty and have a solid group will probably be walking through most of the maps
It'll
at a very
happen.
good pace, which seems to be what's happening here with EXANs. teams so far.
They're very, very close, these two teams. And if you look, like, Marcus's team is
Yeah, Marcus as
17.
well.
Marcus's team is 1750 in, and then EXAN is 630 in. They're only a minute and a half behind as far as the counter is concerned, but they're pretty much at the exact same spot. It's so dramatically different to see raining, right? Look how rich and like saturated EXAN stream is, right? And obviously it's probably a little bit of user fixes as well. But then if you look down at just the foggy map for
Foggy versus rain.
for Marcus, you can just see the coloring difference. That's insane. It looks like they're going to be starting the event.
I believe
here
as
with
well
EXAN.
that Marcus might have a lower bitrate than EXAN, which amplifies his fog. In a way.
Yeah. Come on, guys. I need 1080p 60 FPS streams. Come on. Theoretically possible if I...
See, the
as far as I know.
Seattle event, what I did to it is I made it so the moment you begin it, which it begins whenever you start turning one of the things, by the way, not when you drop in the arena.
Okay.
So the moment it activates, it immediately spawns in several specials, all of area denial type, so Globadiers, Blightstormers, Gunners, etc., to stop you from being able to turn the things quickly. Because obviously, like I made Onslaught before Cataclysm was even a thing, and back when the events weren't tuned by difficulty, and it was just the one. Like events were usually the easier bottom maps back then, which is why I went all in with Onslaught. Then, one of the things that would happen with the Atoll event is people would just have one person standing on each of the things and turn all three at the same time, and the event would end before it even had really a chance to start. So to make sure this doesn't happen on air, I had to use all of those area denial specials to make sure you couldn't stand on the things, just because it would be gassed like 9 times out of 10.
Got pushed over.
We need to make room for someone to turn this.
Ow. I mean, I can't, there's too much density, I can't go up. Yeah, this is, I don't know.
I'm making that tweet. I can't believe I never sent it out. I'm making the tweet right now. I obviously can't flip 20 teams in this team, so I'm going to have to boil it down to the Deathwish Season 2 of the Deathwish Onslaught Tournament. I'm going to be tweeting this out, guys. I'm going to try to copy and paste that link here within the stream. And if you guys could share it, if you have social media, that would be awesome. Just get more hashtag Vermintide out there, more tournament out there. I'll catch up to chat in just a second. What was that? Spoon said I was watching Marcus' stream and their salts missed the monk with the crossbow by accident and killed the sacred.
In Ishka's chat, Chronos 808. What happens with specials at the end of this is the boss fights will reactivate specials, but give them a special delay specific to boss fights, where specials will be unable to spawn for a certain amount of time after a boss dies. Because one of the things that happened early on in release is that it's exactly that. Like, the boss would die, and immediately you'd have a full set of specials that would spawn the moment the boss died, and wiping some groups that were killing the boss by the skin of their teeth. And which obviously didn't feel very good to those groups, so they changed it. Obviously, I could either remove or reduce this delay if I wanted to. I might have already done so with Onslaught, I don't remember. But it is definitely doable.
Rattling dead. Behind.
But to be fair, the boss fight itself is supposed to be, the difficulty spike. Making things likely to wipe you after the boss fight is usually pretty easy.
Yeah, he was on the ground, surprisingly.
Cut off from you guys. I'm trying to...
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you.
New recruit.
Telemachus.
Hail the new recruit.
Hail to you, champion. Thank you for that. It's a massive raid. Thank you, guys. My name is Ishka TV. Telemachus, thank you for 19 months. We're doing a tournament right now.
Hail champion.
Hail to you,
we're
champion.
currently shotcasting tournament.
New recruit. All hail the new recruit.
Onslaught series. We got a lot of teams participating this time around. It's
New recruit. New recruit.
job
All
trying to
hail the
keep
new
everything
recruit.
as done as possible. keep them out, give them all a bit of attention.
Gas strats in the field.
So many of the teams right now are on
New
the
recruit.
second map.
All
that's
hail
on
the
end
new
of way.
recruit.
Keep rotating.
Teams
Thank you
are the
so much for that
furthest
kind of
along,
support.
usually in the
Miss Marvel is right below you.
Rockin',
Go, go, go.
Nicturnus, Hellfire Maximus, Telemachus, thank you guys so much. Ooh, that's a death. So, like I said, my name is Ishka TV. Join me is Grimalik and the rest of the Vermintide community. Hail to you, welcome. We are doing a tournament based on the hardest difficulty here that this game has to offer. This is a PvE game, but this is kind of like a speed run.
All hail the new recruit.
Kind of. The first one to finish gets the prizes, right? And so
it's not necessarily. I don't think the speed is taken into consideration. It's just there is a time limit of 3 hours, which is what encourages people to keep up the pace.
right, but if you have 12 people,
What
12
matters
teams.
most?
Don't get frustrated. It's okay.
Go ahead, go
Yeah,
ahead.
what matters most is completion,
Fuck.
first and foremost, in as few attempts as possible.
Okay, Maya's right there. Hook.
How was your stream, Telemachus?
Behind. Nice.
Warframe, I knew it. Probably doing some more of the expansion that
Good,
just
good.
came
We
out.
can get this back together.
But yeah, this is just an incredible thing. This is the second time we've done this series. We've been able to shoutcast it, so thank you guys for having us. The first time we did this series, there was only 4 teams playing. This time around, we're covering about 20 plus teams. So we're kind of have to bring it down to who is streaming it. So 20 teams are playing, and we picked about 11 to 12 teams that we're going to be watching doing.
Yeah, not all of them are streaming at the same time. I believe there are 14 teams that are streaming right now at this time, which is a
Nice,
lot. And
King.
some teams have multiple players in their team streaming at the same time.
Yeah, okay, so we are looking at, okay, Spoon, you asked, is there an option to retry? Yes, so the way that this tournament is going to go is there are 4 maps to complete. Each map has a different weight and points, and you have 3 attempts per map. After that, it's like, let's say that you fail at any map for any reason 3 times, you have to go to the next map. So you do lose out on the opportunity to get those points. The first map that you saw, Into the Nest, is 4 points. This particular map, Athelen Yui and Old Hans, are both 5 points. And then the hardest map in this series, Convocation of Decay, is 7 points. So you might fail.
All hail the new recruit.
You might fail on Nest, but you can, still get those other victories in. That's still 17 points that you can pick up. And potentially other teams could fail. You might get second, you might get first. It's all in the hands of the gods, really. Rebel, thank you for the follow. Lazy Cat, thank you for the follow. I think I got everybody, but hail to you and welcome to the stream. Rebel,
Come towards us. Come towards us.
are you saying that you've got this but you haven't played? Oh, definitely do it, Rebel. Re-download Vermintide. There's a big patch that just came out, rebalancing of the game, and there's even Castle Drakenfels, which is a free map. 3 maps.
Okay,
Free
we've got
3
this one
maps
right
that you
here,
can pick
and
up.
Then we just got a kite.
Oh, that's a gorgeous little picture right there over on Marcus. I want to focus here on EXAN and see them really complete this. They're getting closer and closer.
Yeah, EXAN, which is in the Legend tier. They've
Right, and that's another thing we didn't talk about.
I'm out of ammo.
We're covering 12 teams, or 11 teams, and 3 different tiers of difficulty for this particular mod. So this is on the difficulty of Legend in game. That's still incredibly difficult. Then you have Cata 1, which is kind of stacks on top of that, and Cata 3, which is just like a complete insane onslaught of enemies. That's what this tournament is called, Deathwish Onslaught. But look at this. You can hardly tap one of these nodes for like half a second before you got to stop, go back.
Yeah, to do this in consistent, you have to have the entire team defending a player turning,
Maya.
or at least 2 players or something. But yeah, they've got the usual strategy here of just everyone kind of doing their thing, which is probably why they're struggling a little bit.
Well, they just lost 1 player. Rake, that's actually a really good point. You could queue up for DLC maps if you don't own it. You can still play them.
One hit.
Oh!
Old Hans is this cat Drakenfels, which
Yeah.
is free DLC, so everyone has it regardless.
Yeah. I think Rake was following up on what I told Rebel, that they could still play the Castle Drakenfels maps. Those are free. But if they wanted to, they could still queue up for Blight Reaper. They could still queue up for Dark Omens.
Yeah.
But no, can you queue up for Dark Omens if you don't have it?
I need to follow. You got a pack?
I think so. Yeah.
I think you can. You can still play it. You don't have to buy it.
Packs down.
But you
Well,
don't
you
like.
can't like queue up specifically in a custom
Not
game.
the
You can
assassin.
get it in quick play.
Yeah, quick
And
plays.
if the host has it, then they can queue it up or whatever.
You can get queue, and then like Rake said, that you don't get access to the weapons and some other stuff too. But at least you get to check out the maps, and
White Stormer.
Is it gun up top?
the game goes on
No,
sale
he's
fairly
down
often.
below. Oh, now he's above.
Gunner
But
on
you
the
can
right
see
side
this
to you guys.
particular.
I'm gonna drop.
A lot of ways people do this on the base game is like you said, they drop down and then they spread out. Okay, you go north, south, and east, and then all of us will hit the nodes at the same time, and we're out of here in like 30 seconds. Not the case in this Death Wish Onslaught.
One gunner dead.
Hey, Onion, what happened? Did you just get tickled to death by the assassin somehow?
Might be able to
Up
get
top,
you.
up top.
Never mind, I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna try to circle to you, EXAN.
So EXAN's team that is straying quite a bit here. We're giving them a lot of attention here.
Yeah, this is a real tough
I
event.
don't have ammo, so you're gonna have to...
They are struggling indeed.
Yeah, I'm trying to move.
Yeah, I know.
This is one of those things. Like this is almost looking like a Weave event where they're just constantly chain respawning each other.
I mean, they're out of ammo. Look at this. She's actually gonna. You gonna let herself die? That was interesting.
I don't have.
Oh yeah. Okay,
The-
she's gonna
the
cycle
passive?
herself
No,
out.
no, don't pick me up, don't pick me up.
Oh, okay. Maybe she wanted to get more damage.
Got onion?
Think I'm okay? No, I'm not.
It kind of looks like EXAN's gonna get reses and then she's gonna die so that she can get ammo.
Can someone get?
We're gonna cycle through these other players real quick. Good
Movies
night,
Toothbrush Cat.
good night, Cat. Thank you for the 100 bits. I greatly appreciate that. Let's take a look real quick at the Cata 1 teams. We're gonna see Bola Saga Serial. They're still moving up. Oh, Rain Guy decided to do Old Haunts. Did they
Yeah,
clear
the-
Athol? They didn't clear Athol. Did they?
I don't know.
Was anybody watching Rain, or did they
That
decide to
is a rather
do?
quick time to be on the third map already?
I think
But
they
not
went to.
impossible, to be fair.
I think they're just holding off to do Athol. I think they decided to do Old Haunts first. That's really quick.
People don't get to
Otherwise,
choose the order of the map. I mean, I can go and check their immediate VOD, I suppose, if it lets me.
yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look. I'm not hating on it. I just is that if that's their plan of attack, cool. That's thinking outside the box.
Switching, Ken?
Okay, so we got Bio coming up on the. Oh, they are on the event of Athol. It looks as though that Blow may have wiped. Because they're fighting the Ogre at the start of the choke point area. Out of ammo already, so that's not good. They have one shot left.
Alright, let's get to our boys. And get away with
FG
these guns.
FGR over here is
Oh my
at the
goodness,
same
that
drop point
lag
as
is
well.
Wild.
And Slash X is.
Teleport on my
They're in the big forest area around the
Sam, that is insane.
first scrim. Oh, they're making the way. Okay, I see where they are. Yeah. Let's take a look here at this event here. So this is the Cata 3 version of that event. You were watching EXAN's team play. EXAN's team is taking a look at this event in Legend difficulty. This
This one's
is
been done.
Bioshift, and Bioshift is doing tier Cata 3. I wonder if I can upgrade. Nope, I can't do more for the settings.
Yeah, we should just keep moving, keep moving. Just so we're close.
But you can see right here the density of these enemies is so much higher. They have a lot more stagger resistance, so it's hard to like bully them and knock them around. There's a lot more, just a lot more things coming at you at any given time that you got to realize. Is the Onslaught series a larger community for Vermintide 2? I'm sorry if it took me a while to get to that, Hermit. Modding is really big in Vermintide 2. There's a huge community that play the base game as well.
Well,
But the modding community is just as large, I would say. I'd say a lot of people who play the base game kind of get to that point where they're like, all right, I've capped out in the difficulty. I know how to kill these rats. I know the events.
Okay.
This particular difficulty not only is just, you know, enemies hitting harder, but it's numbers. It's the stagger
that.
resistance. It's the mechanics of the game gets changed. The events change at the end of the game. So it's kind of like
Quickly.
Vermintide New Game Plus.
Current turning.
It's a really cool way to
It
play.
really is.
So, and then the other voice that you hear talking, that's Grimalek, who is the creator. I almost said progenitor, but that's a 40k term, I guess. He's the creator of the term, of the game.
Yeah, I've made that version Onslaught in both VT1 and VT2.
Yeah, there you go.
Listen.
Of the mod, I should say. I said the game, but...
Yeah, that obviously I've not made Vermintide myself.
Hey, it's one-man
Yeah,
event.
I've
Did
made
you know
version
that?
Onslaught.
One person made Vermintide?
I wish, but no.
So, okay, let's take a quick look. We got a couple people getting down. The boss showed up here on Bio's event. I just want to take a quick pop in here to take a look
Yeah,
at...
the boss is at the end of the yellow event. It's a bit of a
Okay, let me
goof off. So the bosses show up once you've turned all the things, because once you've turned all the things, a bunch of extra things that drop in right before it all blows up
I'm glad
anyway,
we got Beast
and then
Okay.
the event's over. So I just put in 3
felt
bosses
rotten.
just to make it
Not
extra
got any
chaotic right before it all dies.
So,
It
congratulations
is
to
dangerous
Bio.
though. It can wipe groups if you're not careful about it.
Okay.
Usually it's not much of an issue if you get there.
Oh, that's what happened, Kronos. Okay.
Disqualified.
Bio jumped into the Blight Storm and it launched him up the ledge and out of the arena, or just on the ledge of the arena. Okay. Clever. Congratulations to BioShift on the second completion. They're going to be moving on to Old Haunts. And then just a second here on T2, or T2, Cata 1. Bowl of Soggy Cereal here is going to be starting the Athel event. Let me take a look real quick here to see where all these teams are. And it looks like you have Old Haunt starting on EXAN's team. Baron is making their way through. They are moving up. It looks like getting closer and closer to that first home location. So not too far in, but not too far out. Marcus Rising is, thanks to Rain Guy, this little cabin that you see to the right here on Marcus Rising, that's actually, for those who played Vermintide 1, a little bit of lore here. That cabin to your right here is called Crazy Angle's Cabin. And in Vermintide 1, there's a map called Wizard's Tower.
Marcus Rising seems to be facing a bunch of difficulty right now on Old Hunts.
Yeah, they're coming up against...
One of their players got hooked away to
And
their
guttered.
doom. Did they? Might have actually just gotten saved. I think the handmaiden or something just managed to come in and get the hook.
The dash and the revive speed could help. Look at this. Take a look at this real quick. So we've got...
let's go.
This is where the difficulty really starts to ramp up, because yeah, you had Into the Nest. That's an all Skaven map. You said earlier we don't have to worry about too much about the super heavy Chaos Warriors. At all, actually. And then when you get into Athel,
yeah, I mean, most of the teams by now are all done with Nest. Most of them did it in 1 or 2 times. I believe might be a team or 2 that are still having trouble with it.
oh, I was right. Okay, out of the arena.
The
Okay.
team that Zafio spectating, unfortunately, is one of those teams that is having issues with it.
We'll take a look. This is a little bit of a... this spot right here on Old Haunts is a bit of a gimme, so we'll take a look at what Zappo's watching here. Oh, they're still on Into the Nest, clearing it out. But you have
Maybe I should come back.
Pablo, Blue Summer, and Lord Archbear. What is the name of... We'll go over team names on the next victory that we watch. I really, really just want to shout out all the teams that are playing. This is tremendous.
Another one?
Yeah, I've went and rewatched what happened with Ringa. I'm not entirely sure still, but I think they might have just failed multiple times, that's all, and ended up skipping it.
Oh, maybe. 3 attempts.
Yep.
Thanks, Chaos. I never play Ironbreaker, so I just hope I'm doing it right.
He's doing Juice Breaker, really trying to give that extra damage to the Grail Knight there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm hearing some lightning. There's Castle Drakenfels. Constance, I know you're in there.
Let's go to the thing here. Drop.
Okay, so everybody is kind of like in a lull in all their levels. I'm gonna take the advantage there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Having
shout
checked
out.
all the streams now, only one team left on Nest, and everyone else is at least on Atoll, and some teams are getting well into old hunts at this point. It'll be really interesting to see once some of the teams get to Convocation of Decay. We'll have to focus on those and see like
That's-
what they decided to bring for the hardest map and all the team comps and strategies they might have for the event. And not just the end event, but also the drop down event, which is a new event specific to Onslaught, where 3 bosses spawn at the same time.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah,
Fun to watch.
That's why Convocation is a hard map for sure, as well as the end event. The end event is no pushover, obviously.
Fun to watch. Not interested to playing against 3 bosses right now. That is some communication you're really gonna need for all of your team. Everybody's doing all right here. We're gonna pop back over here, take a look what's going on. I just want to say, huge shout out to the teams playing. We got Team EXAN NA. We got Team Prey AU. I don't know if they've already played or they'll be playing a little bit later. Team UI Improvements. Team Jarsa. Team Blues. Team Gargoyle Gang. Team Last Minute NAEU. Bola Saga Zero, who were watching. Royale with Cheese, playing with Rain Guy, who were watching. Delito. SwaggerDaggerSquad. Unknown Chinese Power. Biolator. Team Violator. Team Tac Dots. Killy Q Tac Dots is the name. Team Red Screen. Team Keithy's $2 Mac and Veg. Okay.
There's 2.
Blow Blow. Team Albino Athletes. Team Elderly Home. And Team ROK, Republic of Korea. Anyo Haseyo. Welcome to all of you.
A lot of teams. It's really interesting and fun for me to see so many teams interested in trying out and competing in my modern difficulties. It's humbling in a way.
Something that we kind of touched on like previous before we started playing, or I'm sorry, streaming this was noticing how dramatically different you have play styles in different games. Like in FPSs, you can say NA versus U. NA likes to come in like a bunch of cowboys, kicking down the door, throwing the flashbang, shooting out, like just loud and angry players, right, in your face. EU typically kind of like hang out. They get to zero in on you, and they can, like, you get into that no man's land with them, you know? The same thing with Asia players, and throughout all of Asia. It's not just in general. Like, you can really break it up. Korean teams, Chinese teams, Japanese teams all play differently. So to see how that translates into Vermintide, I'm interested. I'm interested to see, like...
You definitely see, like, we've not been going much over team comps, especially because we're just switching through so many teams. It's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
But there's definitely a lot, and I mean a lot of different team comps that are being pulled up. Like, you see just about almost every carrier being represented, I want to say. We haven't really seen much of either Unchained or Pyro, I believe. It's mostly usually just Battle Wizards when it comes to Sienna. But for everyone else, I think we've seen just about every carrier, right? We've even seen for Elf, we've definitely seen all 3 Elves.
Yep.
We've seen all 3 Salt Spires.
We've seen
Have
all
we seen
3
any Huntsmen? We've definitely seen, or any Foot Knight either. I don't know, not much Huntsman or Foot Knight, but definitely plenty of Mercenary and Grill Knight.
We've seen at the very start, I believe, if I remember correctly, this team down here, Marcus's team, actually was rolling Ranger Veteran.
Yeah.
So I think the only
quite a few Ironbreaker and Slayers, but I'm sure Veteran is going to be showing up in a few places.
We saw a Veteran at the start. Oh, that bully on the Storm Fiend! Oh, I'm so glad I caught that. Marcus's team bullied so hard. But yeah, I think the only 2 careers we haven't seen, or may not even see, is the Foot Knight and the Huntsman. Just the shout, the 40%, the crowd control, the HP. Like, I think.
Yeah, there are reasons. I'd say Foot Knight is a bit lower down right now in terms of what is usually brought in for power plays like this. But Huntsman has his time in a few cases. but it generally isn't taken all that well. Mostly not because he's weak, but both because Mercenary and Drill Knight are both so powerful that they're usually required in a team comp, either one or the other.
Yeah. I think it's just, I mean, it benefits the players in so many ways. Not just the players, but it's the control of the rats too. Like, the value it brings, I think, is really hard
the
to say.
Mercenary
Bring something else.
brings a lot of safety to the team with the temp HP ult, as well as the damage reduction it gives, and you know, just the pushback of the ult itself, right? That can throw off backmasters, assassins, and other things that are behind a team. While the Grail Knight can be a bit of a riskier pick, since you know it's a double melee, and there are a lot of specials on Onslaught, especially if you go up the Cata Tier. And you need people to be able to deal with those specials, and obviously Grail Knight is not what you bring to deal with specials. But the Grail Knight brings in so much DPS when it comes to the Horde and Elites specifically, that it definitely makes him worth bringing. Since he can burst down bosses, he can burst down large clumps of Chaos Warriors or Storm Vermins.
Do you think that
with
his
either the horizontal ult or the double downward followed the stab?
Do you think that his quests are a good argument too?
Well, yeah, definitely. It was a bit of a weird decision to see taken to allow people to choose which quests you bring with a Grail Knight. It definitely makes him a higher pick, since you can tech around quests if you can choose them, right? It's like, for example, you can say if you know you're gonna have the 15% power quest, then you can, you know, build a bit around it.
Where did he come from?
Then possibly beat some breakpoints that you normally wouldn't be going for, because you wouldn't assume you have an extra 15% power from that quest.
Well, what do you think that if you were playing Marcus and you're with your team, do you think you're going to see a Grail Knight in Convocation? I'm really, really scared of the teams that have to take that on, because that's an event. Like, that is an actual finale.
It might not be that bad of a choice, to be fair. The specials and the combo events are not done by the usual game director, they're done by the event itself, which, even with Onslaught being like more aggressive with them, obviously, I think that's slightly less than what you'd usually see in the map, at least for the Cata and Cata 3 difficulties. And that means if there's less specials pressure, then there's less pressure to you know, have a special killer, which, you know, even Mercenary is not, but Mercenary at least has a ranged weapon and, you know, all that safety and stuff. There are definitely a lot of elites and whatnot that a Grail Knight can help deal with for that event.
So Chronos says something like on the point of Grail Knight, and Break, I haven't seen what you're saying. I hope you see me highlighting. But Chronos says, more to the Grail Knight point, I personally couldn't clear Enchanter's Lair Cata for weeks. Grail Knight drops, and in the same evening he was able to clear it with pubs. There's a lot of stuff that the Grail Knight brings. Not just the DPS, his quest, you can get health regen, you can get damage output, you can get cooldown reduction, you can get
the health
ton of stuff.
regeneration is broken a bit in its own way, because it acts as an actual heal as opposed to a regeneration heal, which means that it stops temporary health from draining whenever it ticks, which should not happen, by the way, because with the improved version of itself, it makes it so temp health literally does not drain. Your temp health becomes like permanent in a way when you have the improved one, which honestly doesn't matter nearly as much in this tournament, because on Onslaught there's so many things to hit that you will always be gaining temp health anyway, so the degen isn't much of a concern to begin with.
I shouldn't be wishing this on anybody, but I'm actually really happy I saw a little bit of Beastmen here on Examina. Like, I just haven't seen Beastmen at all in this event, so I'm just happy we get to see some Beastie Boys.
Yeah, well, obviously you're never going to be seeing them on Nest, right? And Atoll as well, you can definitely see them on Atoll. And I just think is Old Hunt what's on the map? No, you can get them on Old Hunts, right?
Yeah, that's where they are right now.
It's the other two maps of the DLC where you can't get Beastmen, I think.
So we got Bull re-attempting Athel. I keep pausing these because I can't have all these streams open. We have Rain Guy coming in. This is a second Grim location for them on Old Haunts. And we got another Athel attempt. We're at the second Grim location here for Delito. So take a look here at Tier 3. We got Bio shift. Okay, drop down. Old Hans. Looks like they're moving up towards the finale. No, they're only 10 minutes in. I'm sorry. Athol and Blow Blow.
Bioshift currently 10 minutes in their current Old Hans run. I believe they might have wiped. Did they?
I think so. Yeah, I think so because they were the first team
if
to
they
complete.
did, that means we're officially not gonna have any team, at least in the ones that are streaming, that are gonna have a flawless record, at least in Cata 3.
Yeah. I mean, I'd almost expect it. I'd forgive it if you're like, oh, we couldn't beat 4 maps in 3 hours on Cata 3 Deathwish Onslaught. Oh, really? Because I don't think I would survive like, I don't know, 2 maps? Me thinking myself, I could possibly do 2 maps pretty well.
You need the healing. Oh, you have.
Here's heal.
I feel you, Rake. Thank you for that.
There's a speed here.
Patrol.
There's the patrol. They're going bridge way, so careful.
They're moving up, and then we have Team /X. They're moving up towards the finale and Atho. Before they go here, let me take another look here. I'm gonna go back down. I can't get over Marcus Rising. His like green hammer. Like, can we get some more skins and cosmetics like that, please? That's so cool.
Ah, yeah, the custom skins with the.
Yeah. They're cool. Look like glow sticks. It would make Barden look like he's like raving the entire time.
That sounds like a pack master ahead, I think.
I think the thing about Old Hans, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's not necessarily that it's like there's an event that's going to be difficult for you. It's just the map is long. It's punishing. You don't get to stop and breathe. You, as soon as I say it, they haven't fought an enemy in like 3 seconds.
Well, Old Hans has a not particularly easy event, to be fair. It's like it's an event, even unofficial, can be slightly overwhelming for a lot of teams. And obviously Onslaught doesn't do anything particularly insane with that event. It doesn't have any bosses, doesn't have anything ridiculous, but it just definitely, like, it just straight up has more than it normally has on official. And more stuff in an already like slightly cramped space can definitely be overwhelming for a lot of teams. That is going to be a check of their team formation, the whole team together and able to move together through the cramped tunnels without getting overwhelmed by things coming in from all sides.
They're taking out this Chaos Spawn. To me, unpopular opinion, Chaos Spawn is the hardest boss. Minos are my best friend. Out of all the bosses, I love Minos. Chaos Spawns, I can't handle them. They're just wild.
Keep coming. Don't worry about the horde.
See how EXAN does here.
For close. Wait,
Yeah, it's
wait a
crazy
little
that
bit.
that's invisible frames.
Oh, got her. No, is he going to save her?
Alright, run.
Oh, yes. Come on, take it out. Okay. They should be fine now. They took out the boss.
Yeah.
Come down.
I'm gonna be a boss, so it'll be quite easy.
Free father. I am
This area here of Old Hans, which is the remembered area from the old Summoner Speak.
Oh, yeah.
For those who've played BT1.
I love it.
It's definitely an area where Blightstormers can do a bit of craziness. Since they've got quite a few line of sights coming in from the area after where their EXAN's team currently is.
I think that's the thing, Rake. I think they specifically chose these particular maps so that you can't... They're not excluding anybody who doesn't have DLC. Oh, point blank shot to the face on that gutter. Are they running orange weapons? On Grail Knight? Is that what I just saw here on Bull?
I believe if they make any weapons with the create weapon mod, they'll show up as orange and not red. But they are still flawless weapons.
There's like 2 events in Old Hans. One at the church where you get the map, and the other's at the finale. Yeah, but the church at the old map, really, it's Chaos Warriors and monks. You can handle those pretty well.
Well, one thing with the church is that it has a bit of a weird composition in that if you don't exit the church and trigger the wall breaking, then the first part of the church loops. And that part is the spot that spawns a lot of Chaos Warriors. So you can get looping Chaos Warriors, keeping you stuck in church if you don't leave it immediately. which is kind of a weird design since that's something that can happen on official, by the way. So you see, it's just even more blatant on Onslaught. The one thing that happens on Onslaught with the church event as well is that usually once you reach the church, then it disables all the specials as many events on official too. But on Onslaught, as usual, there's the first thing. You're gonna keep getting the usual golden specials up until the very point where you hit the map and start the event, which can mean you'll get a bit of a combo of the hordes and specials of the usual game coming into the event.
Walker, thank you for the 35, my friend. Welcome to the Deathwish Onslaught tournament. Teams are making their way through. They have about 40 minutes, right? No. They have another hour and 40 minutes, right? They started at 9. It's only been 1 hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, they got another hour 40.
40 minutes. We're not done yet.
Yeah. Teams are making their way in. Some are on Athel, some are on Old Hans. Convocation of Decay is the hardest one. It's the series finale. They're making their way there. What's going on here? Why is what happened
all
to
teams
Boblos?
except one have successfully completed Nest by now.
Looks like Boblo crashed?
I didn't see the second one, so it was too late.
Oh, they paused the game. I think they have an AFK. Okay, they the timer's still going. But
I don't know how the timer mod functions.
Yeah, I think they just paused the game.
Pausing, it might just keep going.
Yeah, I think it's just paused. Okay, they're doing all right. They've got a little bit of a horde here right outside Castle Drakenfels, coming up to Summoner's Peak, like you said. Let's take a look here at the T1 tier. We've got... Okay, here's the event they're actually completing. Oh, this will be interesting. Let me mute. I keep accidentally not muting the stream I'm watching. You guys gotta get I'll take your forgiveness. I'm only streaming like 11 streams at once. But they have 2 out of the 4 gargoyle heads restored. Halfway through this event, but this is where the pain only just starts beginning, because even after you get these heads in, there's the drop down. Have you done any changes to that drop down?
Can we get some help down here?
The drop down?
In after you just restore the gargoyle heads in Old Haunts, you drop down. There's those bugles.
Yes, that is part of the event. I believe the escape part of it as well. Yeah, there are definitely some changes there as well. It's mostly just like nothing special that much for that map. It's just there's even more stuff than there is on Cataclysm on the official route.
Kimikaze, yeah, this is an event. This is a Deathwish Onslaught event. It's a player-made tournament, so it is PvE, but it's kind of like a complete the 4 maps within 3 hours, and you only get 3 attempts on a map. Different maps have different weight for like points. So this particular map, Old Haunts, is worth 5 points. And Marcus just ate 2 big overheads from 2 different Skaven, man.
One thing that I did at the very end of it, once you're about to leave on Old Haunts, you know how there's like this bunch of Chaos Warriors that come in and try to stop you right before the portal?
Yeah.
And in Onslaught, I added a Chaos spawn as well, which encourages you to go into the portal very quickly.
Better make... Oh, no!
Rising here, going down.
Shit.
All about those player incentives that you got to invent. Are they going to get him?
He's got taunt the moment he's up, which he can combo and
so here's something
the moment he finds some space, but that space is going to be hard to find.
He got it. He got it through that firebomb. He's got his teams.
Oh! Yeah. The storm him and just getting the slice in right before eating a crossbow shot. Yeah, like I said, this event can be quite overwhelming. As you can see, like, there's a lot of stuff just all over them. But you do respawn inside the event, so as long as some people stay up and don't completely lose control, then you can keep resurrecting people that die.
You're getting trounced, pounced, and stabbed. And they even got, looks like 3 or 4 Chaos Warriors in there. A little tough to see.
Yeah, there's more. That's one of the things I did add. In the official realm, the only Chaos Warriors in that event are at the very beginning of it, the moment you start it. There are more Chaos Warriors that will continually spawn in Onslaught.
Go. There was gunner shooting.
They're beginning the escape part of it.
There's a lot of stuff here.
They're trying.
Marcus Rising, by the way, the stream we're watching is on the Legend version of this
Mhm.
one of the Legend teams, which is the easier of the 3 available difficulties, but by no means easy to complete still.
So this particular spot right here, even in base game, like the gargoyle heads themselves, you have maulers, you have monks, you have packmasters, flame rats. It's a lot of pain. And then once you get to this part, it kind of throws like a handful of monks and then chaos warriors right outside in the cemetery. Other than that, that's all you can expect. But now we're gonna see what this looks
on
like.
Onslaught right here, they're about to have this chaos spawn that will charge in at them. Assuming they don't do anything stupid, they should be able to just walk past it. Like it's kind of like the bosses at the end of Atelier and Louis. They're not meant for you to fight them. They're just there for you to encourage you to keep on your toes until the very end.
I heard them just say whoever can make it, so it looks like they might just be running straight
I'm
for
sure
it.
they'll just run it.
Go, go, go!
It's a valid strategy for some
Hey, look, that's how I beat. Oh, there he is.
Get in the portal.
Go, go, go!
And that's gonna be the map.
Nice.
Nice.
Are they? Are any of the teams on convocation yet? Or are they going to be the first?
I think they might be the first. We'll do a quick look. Congratulations on the victory, Marcus. Congratulations. We got a couple other teams still moving through. Does anyone? We need a counter. I don't know. Kind of. Maybe that might be a little demoralizing to their own team and how many times they have to retry. But it would be nice to know as the shoutcaster which attempt they're on for these Athel attempts. We'll just see what happens. Let's see. We've got.
I'm seeing a lot
Rain
of
Guy.
Legend teams are actually still even on Atoll, and Marcus will be taking a bit of a break and then go on to Convo. They do have plenty of time for Convo. Doing very well.
Let's see.
EXAN's team is
doing all
still
right.
not quite at the event yet. See the Cata 1 teams are got one team on Atoll.
Oh no, that's a fail.
Yeah, I'm
FG
seeing Rain Guy
FGR.
currently in the process of dying.
No. They're going to have to restart. That was right at the finale. They're going to have to restart all over again.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
Royale
tough.
is still alive and might get respawns here.
Rain Guys? All right, we'll take a look at Rain Guys.
Yeah, Rain Guy.
Let's take
Rain
a look.
Guy is one person alive, but
Come on,
he is
Witch.
sending respawns.
Oh no!
That Light Stormer though. Oh boy. No.
Oh, in his face! Look at that! Oh man, 3 out of 4 gargoyle heads in. He got picked up by the storm, and that rattling.
Got a 1 difficulty them. That is unfortunate for them.
Yeah, we just saw Malleus. Welcome to the stream, by the way.
That's why we separated from Rain.
Oh. Let's see. So we got a church right here in Bolosagi Serial. We're going to take a look at them real quick, because like you said, they got a ways to go. I want to see what happens after they grab the map and see, like you said, do they exit the church? Do they stay in the church? Do they try to make that breathing room just so they can force some way out? We'll come back to Bol. This is going to be like, maybe like a minute. We'll see what's going on with everybody else. Marcus taking that AFK.
Looking at course teams, they are all of a sudden 2 down, though they seem to be getting the revive, so everybody's still alive. They are doing pretty good. They're 24 minutes in their run on Cata 3, which is the highest difficulty available. And Battle Wizard getting a cheeky battle heal there to get rid of both wounds.
Here we go. I mean, that's another, like, you can do it in base game, right? When the first time you see somebody or you discover, wait a minute, I can start healing somebody, press F, blink somewhere else, get the heal off, keep them safe. The same thing with, like, just healing anybody with any item that has, like, a mechanic, a knockback mechanic, a taunt mechanic, a dash mechanic. Being able to heal and pop that at the same time is, you just feel so clever.
I was confused for a slight moment because I started hearing my own voice through the sound of one of the streams.
Oh.
Yeah, I think some people have the shoutcast on background as they play the tournament, which is interesting.
That's funny. They're getting live updates of the other teams. They know where they are.
Yeah.
Let's get a hello. Let's get whoever's listening. Chat says hello. I'm surprised. There's a number of viewers. This is like, I don't remember the number of people that came in and watched it last time, but I think this is higher. I think this is really, really starting to get some traction and some eyeballs, and people are getting interested to play. if you guys
Oh, yeah,
do
with so
become,
many teams and like probably the entire Twitch section for Vermintide 2 is covered in streams of people doing this tournament.
yeah,
So obviously it's bound to get our attention for anyone who looks at it.
I think that's awesome, man. Like the first session was really good. Like we said, we got around 4 or 5 teams, people playing. That's pretty cool, right? Like that's about 20 players. Now we got 20 teams, maybe 20 more, like 22, 20 plus teams with stand-ins ready to play. That's over 80 players looking to play.
Wait, what do we do?
That's amazing. That's just the power of community, dude. That's really cool. There are some pretty cool prizes too for those who participate, play in place. Some really cool prizes up ahead. But now we have this is Bioshift's team starting the event. They got to clear this initial area as soon as they put this gargoyle skull in. The event. Oh no, they pull the lever and the event begins.
For any amount of time at all to hit some Chaos Warriors or
Let's listen in. Let's listen and see how they deal with this type of aggression.
Come back now.
They're coming in really strong. Everybody over 75% health. They got the temp health, bombs, potions, healing.
Yeah, Core and Bioshift and Isolators team have are a very solid team and have proven so multiple times over by now.
Oh yeah. I've never actually been able to watch or play with Isolator, which is kind of a shame. I've never been able to like play a game with them. I'll try to get that in the future, but I do know that Bio and Core are exceptionally strong players.
Yeah. You can hear it in their comms, like they are moving as a unit.
Yeah.
The event is giving him a hard time though, as you can see.
Okay, I'm out.
But so far, everybody is managing to stay alive, thanks to pretty good teamwork.
Oh, right there, what we just saw was like you said, they're all aware of where they are. You had Marcus.
They are doing it fast. They're already 3 heads in, and I believe they're carrying the last hit already. So they are not going to be spending time just clearing things over and over.
Yeah, there's no way that this is this is practice tried and true mechanics right here. That's what this is. This is
they have
team
practiced this
cohesion.
several times over before the actual event, for sure.
I remember Rain Guy was actually streaming maybe a month. Oh!
Bioshift goes down.
I'm dead.
That was an overhead chase.
Revived,
Oh! The shout goes off, the heal goes in.
This is where the block cost reduction that this Battle Wizard is obviously using came in handy. Is the Battle Wizard took an overhead into his block as he revived, but it did not break his guard because he had sufficient block cost reduction to take it.
Bio ate that because that was a skating, like heat-seeking two-hander from the Maulers.
Yeah, the Maulers have this rather scary attack where they just charge in and do like a gigantic sweep that actually does the damage of an overhead.
Dude, it's like it's a heat-seeking headshot. That's what that is, and it happens so often. Sometimes you just chalk it up. You're like, okay, maybe I'm not the host. Maybe it's a little bit of lag. Okay, I get it. But then when you host and it happens, you're like, what was that? It was a Norskin love tap. Ah, puny Southling.
Yeah, they're almost at the end there, just going through the stairs now. And I'm well sure that they'll manage to make it past the cheeky chaos spawn that spawns there.
I think Isolator, that's what he's saving the bomb for. I think he's just gonna peg him with the bomb, get the knockdown. Not knockdown, but the
if even. Chances are they won't need it.
They might not, but it's ooh, okay, nice. Light Stormer right in their face.
Oh my god, guys, boss.
I think it was almost the exact same
And Core is just chasing green circles.
There's the bomb.
Because this is completely unnecessary.
There we go.
Yeah.
Bioshift is in. No matter what happens, Bioshift is in. And they've got another completion. That's a T3 completion for Bioshift.
Yeah. We're gonna start seeing some convocations of the K. That was gonna get interesting.
Oh, I'm excited for that. Congratulations, Bioshift. Okay, we've got /X. They are on Athel. Yeah,
if we see on the legend tier, Marcus Rising has started Convocation and Decay. They are 2 minutes, 40 seconds, and their first run for it.
This is the first team I'm actually able to get some stats for. This is Biolator stats for the end of Old Haunts right there. That's an insane amount of rats. Look at that. That's over, I think it was 2,500, 2,700 rats in general. That was just kills across them. That's insane. Blow is starting. I missed it up in the top right. I couldn't catch it fast enough. Athel. Okay, so they're starting Athel. And then we've got FGR. They are going to be over here in Old Haunts. They're over there at the pub. Zafio. They are in. They got 2 down. They're in.
Yeah, Xafio is the only team that's
Nest.
struggling a bit, still on the Nest.
They waited for those respawns. They had 2 people down. They fell back. That's the way I read the situation. Is they fell back for a second. 2 people are down. Wait for them to respawn just a little bit closer. Clear the next area. Get your team up and keep moving. Good luck to you guys. Get out of those warrens. All right, so we've got. I'm gonna pause. I realize that some of these streams are actually, if I leave them running, they actually fall behind. So if I pause and restart them, I catch up to where they actually are.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got EXAN. They are in the tavern area. No, not really tavern. I guess that's like the village area. Warkaiser making their way through Athel. They're in the, like, I guess the Warrens, the Den area. Skaven Stronghold. And then they're going to head out pretty soon. Marcus Rising. That's Convocation, like you said. Okay.
Yeah, Marcus is the first team on Convocation, and then on the Legend slot, we're gonna have Core and Bios team on the Cata 3 that are also going to be on the Convocation.
Bowl of Saga Cereal making their way. Rain Guy, also in Old Haunts as well. They are. Okay, so a lot of these teams are, as far as Old Haunt is concerned, they're either here on the cliff edge where you see castles of Drakenfels, or they're in this particular area right just before the church. So a lot of teams are right there. It looks like we have a down here in Delito's team.
Yeah, this is where like the split happened. We saw most teams went through Nest like fairly well. Like most of the team made it through Nest almost all at the same time. But then the separation happened with Atoll. Some of the teams made it past Atoll, some didn't.
Atoll is
tough. Was the true test of most of the teams to be. Like it's where we know it's like the Atoll is truly like, significantly harder than Nest was.
Well, I agree with that. I feel like Athel has multiple, and I think it was Rake said it. Maybe Kronos said it, that it's a player trap. It's a big map, which is kind of like the reverse that you see in a lot of Vermintide maps. There's a lot of areas that are claustrophobic and allow you to kind of let them funnel in the rats, create a line of skirmish. It's a lot easier because there's certain walls and stuff that they can't just climb and get at you, right? You know where they're going to come from. Athel, you yourself are trapped in a lot of I would say player traps or like choke points for the players, but the rats can come in from the walls because it's like you're in a ravine and they could just jump down on top of you. So yeah, I agree with that. Like Athel has a lot of pressure no matter what. It's one of those things that they can come at you no matter what the angle is. And if we take a look here, Marcus Rising.
The monster are kicking in now.
They are just starting with the doors. Oh no, they've already got 2 of the 3 doors open for this event.
Claw.
We'll give you wings, so.
Claw or tentacle, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They're done.
The best prisoner, welcome to the stream. Hail to you.
Good job.
Yes, I do. About Malleus. So this Marcus Rising, this first tab here that you see me here, and you know I'll link you guys to tabs too. Maybe that's something I should have done earlier.
On the Legend difficulty slot are the team that are currently the furthest ahead. Followed in second by Core's team in Cata 3 slot.
Yeah, so this tab up here and the order that I linked them to you guys.
The first event of Convocation, which
It depends on
isn't particularly difficult, even on Onslaught. It's mostly just more stuff. Again, kind of like the event of ones. But
What's a
it
spot
can
that you're,
definitely keep you.
other than the finale, what's a spot that you're anticipating for them here?
The triple boss, obviously. when you drop in the giant hole, then once the entire team drops in, it will spawn in 3 bosses, which will the design philosophy on that is that where there's the threat mechanic that stops hordes, not specials though on Onslaught or even on base Cata on the base game. But the threat mechanic, which is that when there's a certain amount of threat on the field, hordes will not spawn or keep on spawning regardless. And the 3 bosses spawning at the same time will cause the threat to be high enough to prevent hordes from spawning at the same time as those triple bosses. So it does become like an event where you have to kill the 3 bosses, and those 3 bosses are flanked only by specials but not by hordes. Although on Cataclysm, for all the teams that are not on the Legend tier, the threshold to stop the hordes from spawning is actually higher than it was when I designed that. So it is actually possible for hordes to spawn on top of the triple boss unless you leave a bunch of us specials alive with the bosses on purpose.
That's a fight right out of the books. That's like endgame fights. There's just all these, like you said, threats, right? You have 3. Now for the bosses, is it 3 of the same flavor boss, or are they different bosses?
Yes, I don't quite remember exactly what I did. I know there's like it's always troll. It's within the first 4. Obviously, the Minotaurs were not around, so there's not going to be any Minotaurs. I think it's always Rattleger, Chaos Spawn, and Troll or something like that.
We can shoot him as he comes.
So we have Baron coming up to the Athel finale. Let's take a look at these other teams real quick, see where we are. Rain Guy's pushing his way out of the church. Okay, Athel on Delito moving in. And we have Bull Sagisiro. They are through as well. I don't know, having some verticality is nice when you're taking on these enemies in certain areas. Other places, I don't like fighting on stairs.
So, if we can take a look quickly at a Rain Guy during the church event right now.
Okay.
On Cata 1 difficulty. So they are currently. So one thing he did there, the Iron Breaker just stopped and started swinging around at the slave rats that come in, which I don't think is a good thing to do because of what I explained earlier, in that if you stay in the church, then the spawns loot. And on Onslaught, like there's even more stuff coming in very quickly here that locks your way much faster than it does on official. It's like right now they should want to leave the church. I'm not sure if they're aware of how the event functions. So we'll see if they end up getting multiple sets of waves, or if they manage to leave the church somewhat in time. They do have like a decent time before you get a second wave. They won't get immediately a second wave of Chaos Warriors for not rushing in the church instantly. But if they hold up at the bottom here, then they definitely will just get respawning Chaos Warriors for themselves.
Good that they have that Grail Knight. One thing that I saw with Rain Guy in the previous tournament, and I haven't seen it here, or if I don't know if this is trademark of his play of an Iron Breaker, but he always takes tactical hits. So if his curse is up, he'll allow himself to get hit for the knockback. If his ulti's down and he knows his team's getting pressured, and he has enough health or temp HP for it, he'll allow himself to get hit a couple of times because you get your ulti up faster just taking some damage.
Yeah, there are definitely quite a few carriers at this point which have mechanics that almost encourage them to get hit, which is kind of a weird thing, honestly, in this game. And it's kind of hard to control the higher difficulties because it's hard to get hit without getting hit too much and then dying.
Yeah, I mean, like you can see right here.
To leave the church now because it only takes one person for it to trigger.
Come on, Rain Guy.
And yeah, I think they might have gotten the second wave of Chaos Warriors that they might have not needed to have if they left immediately, but keeping it safe and not turning it into a half speed run can be worth having that extra wave.
Starbelly, I think so.
The Iron Breaker is a bit split from the rest of the team right now, but other than that, they seem to be doing well since no one's down yet.
He's doing a good job. Oh, buying himself some space, some time for his team. I mean, he's been playing with his food for a while though. This Berserker's been on him. But Starbelly, I think ever since seeing Ring Guy do that within the tournament, I've been doing it myself. Just in base gameplay, and you'd be surprised how often you can keep up the Iron Breaker ability up. Even like you don't need I don't want to say you don't need, but like if you stack it with other ways, his talent that allows him to get more time on kill, or like reduce ulti time, you know what I'm saying, like on kill, you can do that. You can get a tactical hit in the face. Obviously you don't want it to be an overhead, but a couple of jabs in your kidneys ain't so bad.
So, was it this team as well that executed Scarrick at the earlier on?
Yes.
But yeah, they still are running not exactly quite the same comp. There's no longer a bounty hunter in here. It's an Iron Breaker instead. But they are definitely running a comp that really focuses pretty significantly on dealing with clumps of elites, with having both a Shade and a Grail Knight, and the Battle Wizard and an Iron Breaker in the team.
Every time
It's all like the Iron Breaker is a front line, not much of a DPS, obviously, but it definitely still helps dealing with clumps of elites since you can have the taunt to redirect them and position them better for the rest of the team to deal with. Battle Wizard is mostly dealing with specials and dealing with elites, but they're very, very much needed to deal with specials in a team comp like this.
Every time I see an Iron Breaker, myself included, every time I see an Iron Breaker and he's rocking to the dual hammers, I immediately think he's Juice Breaker. I think he's just out there to slap as many things around as possible, blow the taunt, give his team that extra damage, clear it out. And yeah, you're using it. Maybe it's on a horde, but this is Deathwish Onslaught. Like the number of enemies in front of you, that ult should be up fairly often. A couple of jabs to the kidneys ain't
Iron
so bad.
Breaker in compositions like this is always kind of interesting to see like how people can manage to integrate him. Because one of the things that happens in in all difficulties in Vermintide, for a team to do well, first and foremost, they need to meet a DPS check of sorts, in that they need to be able to kill things fast enough that things don't spawn on top of what's already there, and it avoids them getting overwhelmed by the constant stream of enemies, right? So they need a DPS check high enough for that. And the DPS check for most of the official difficulties is really, really low. There only is a bit of one, like noticeable one on Cataclysm, because even on Legend, on base Legend, on modded, a single player is able to meet the DPS check by himself, which is why true solos are like so consistently doable, because a single player can do that. On Cataclysm, it takes a bit more than what one normal player can usually achieve to meet the DPS check, although one player at their best can meet the DPS check for a brief period of time. But on those modded difficulties, it takes the entire team to be able to meet the DPS check properly. And an Iron Breaker in a team doesn't really bring in that much DPS, but he can bring in other things that can help the rest of the team improve their DPS. And it's interesting to see like which teams manage to get the Iron Breaker to make himself useful enough to help the rest of the team produce that need the DPS, because it basically puts the duty of that DPS on 3 players instead of 4 for the most part, with an assistant that helps those 3 actually do what they need to do.
I see. It's interesting. Like you were talking about DPS. Like I'm not gonna like focus on them right now, but just the team that I think that is got an interesting DPS bracket, I guess, is if that's where we are. They got your Iron Breaker. This is Marcus Rising's team. You got an Iron Breaker. You got the Mercenary, Handmaiden, and the Zealot. So I feel like they have medium DPS. I feel like your highest is obviously going to be the Zealot, and then you're going to have your... I would assume Marcus does more damage than a Handmaiden. I think. I'm not entirely sure how the Handmaiden...
What versus Handmaiden?
Mercenary. Mercenary versus Handmaiden in DPS. And it also depends what they're using, right? So this Mercenary is using a spear, and if I can get a good look on the elf here... Can't really tell. I don't know where she is.
Yeah, I'd say in this kind, it depends on situations, obviously.
Sword dagger,
but
I think.
in most situations in the modded realm like that, because one of the things that happens on modded is like there's always enemies in front of you, so you don't have to chase the enemies. Because that's what like the green circle chasing that happens on official realm once once the DPS check is overkilled, is that people like start to want kills because there's not enough around, so they just start chasing things, and so mobility becomes the way to get more kills because you get to reach the enemies first. But you know that's not a thing on this modern realm. There's plenty of enemies around for everybody. You don't need to chase them; they're going to be in front of you. So things that don't have that much mobility will still get to do their entire DPS because there's going to be things presented to them for them to do their DPS. Things like the Executioner's Sword, for example, is not that much mobility, but it doesn't matter on here because there's always going to be a clump of enemies for you to swing massive swings into and do all the DPS you need. So because of that, Mercenary Handmaiden is obviously like much more mobility than Mercenary and can get some DPS out of that when things have to be chased. But in a scenario like this, Mercenary will probably out DPS Handmaiden on average.
I love the so I just saw forced gender reassignment. First off, I just want to say I love that they're using a shield. All right, shield bros unite. But the fact that they're using boom barrels, and I think I just saw EXAN. No, Marcus Rising's team's using boom barrels too. It might be convenient, but like it's good. You get AoE damage, you get knockback, you probably kill a couple of the lesser enemies. You know, get the big boys in front of you, take care of your specials or your elites. But I want to take a look here at /X. They are in the middle of the Athel event. I want to hear.
We're gonna have to focus on right now. We missed the triple boss, I believe. Like the Marcus
No,
Rising team
where?
has a triple boss on Convocation.
No
They're nearly at the
way.
end event, so I think we should focus on that immediately.
No way.
Yeah, they were on the legend slot. So obviously on the legend slot, like that thing that I mentioned about the threat design, then it being slightly different on Cata does not apply to them. So they were for sure guaranteed to have face the triple boss without any holds, at least until they kill one of them.
I thought the triple bosses were here during the ritual.
No. It's before. It's when you drop down like the hole. That's when the triple boss is. The triple boss is separate from the ritual. It's an extra event that doesn't happen in official at all. So yeah, let's see how they do. They have Ironbreaker, Zealot, Handmaiden, and Mercenary, which is it looks like their strategy is going to be survival, like individual survival, and like all of those characters are all very tanky and able to survive on their own.
I feel like
the idea is probably going to be that they want just someone to stay alive and be able to go pull out for revives if necessary.
Is this event kind of as we watch this? Let me turn on some sound. As we watch this, is this a one person sit in the pool and everybody else kite around and kill, or is this?
Yeah, as long as one person is on the pool, then the progress happens. There needs to be one, or you lose the progress up until the last sorcerer you killed.
I'm going around the other way.
Got you.
But the other players can be off, and are in higher difficulties like this. I probably encourage to be off because you just get overwhelmed trying to stay in the middle, since it's not a really great place to fight, obviously.
They're about 30%. Ironbreaker using his ulti, throwing a couple of bombs. Oh, it was just.
Yeah, I pulled it off of you, so you had more time.
So yeah, they're having the Handmaiden just probably dash for enemies in a circle constantly, and then the rest of them just fighting down, which is a fair enough strategy.
Well, I mean, they still have to be aware. Like,
go
they're
Ari
still.
if something goes and messes up the Handmaiden, but that's fair is fair, I guess. It's always going to be like if that one on the top gets messed up, that's what it is.
Well, the good thing, okay, so like you said, so Handmaiden's biggest threat, I think, is either going to be Packmasters, Gutter Runners, right? But even if they're picked up, if they're close enough to the same edge, Marcus can shout, Barden can shout and knock them from below.
Gasrat's dead.
Not to rely on it, but it's a possibility. They're about 60% in.
I think most teams will go for either a Handmaiden or a Shade to go and stand in the middle, because that's obviously the two that can just go and cheese the whole lot by either being invisible or dodging through enemies.
The irony of choosing a rat.
I believe I've seen when I saw Core's teams practice, they were using a Shade, and they tried to get the Shade to have a conk bot. So a conk bot Shade with the talent that makes their invis have a shorter cooldown can give them a very long time of invisibility when they drink the conk bot, allow them to clear out like maybe a third of the event fully invisible.
I feel like I mean, I see what you're saying, where you're coming at with that.
Thank you.
A number of charges, because like you think. I guess you would also be rolling Decanter too, right? So Decanter with shorter cooldown, you can spam it more. You can keep the visibility up.
Alright, go to harm. Yeah, just go.
Yeah, it's basically like 15 seconds where you
Don't
can
worry
just
about being
keep
harmed
spamming
or
the ult and then like
sacrificial at this
a bit
point.
before and after, I suppose, as well at the same time. So like
Just get the
maybe a
win.
20-25 seconds of invisibility in a row, which would make it get so everything de-aggroes from the shade and goes down the ring. So once then shade stops being invis, there's nothing on the ring as well, so, which gives it more time to...
Oh no, he's stuck.
I like this.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, they're making
Make it.
That's going to be the
Just run.
Nice.
for this team. There I've completed all 4 maps.
Marcus Rising, congratulations, getting those wins in.
Complete.
Oh, it's so cool.
Easy.
Damn, boys. Holy shit, dude. Made it.
225.
I'm gonna stick around here just a couple more minutes. I just want to see stats, you know, just so we can get that on the tournament, engraved in stone. There they are. Looking at about 2,000 rats in total. Loads of damage, almost 20k here. Insane, insane. Well done.
And you say at 4.
The Marcus Rising.
For the difficulty they were on, the strategy they went for was fairly solid. Since on Legend, the DPS check is noticeably lower. It is still there on Onslaught, definitely still there, but it takes less of a very... You don't need as high of a DPS team to be able to meet it. So this team was plenty fine to meet the DPS check of the whole thing, and gives them, because as I didn't quite mention. Once you have the DPS check on whatever difficulty you're playing, the next thing you want to have to ensure victory is as much survivability as possible. The moment you meet the DPS check, the next thing you want to aim for is all the survivability in the world.
All right, I need to get as tanky as possible, and then I also need to do as much damage as possible.
Yeah, overkilling the DPS isn't what gives you the most win rate. Like once you have the DPS needed to consistently not get overwhelmed, then you just want to stack survivability to avoid any random spikes from randomly making you lose.
There we go. Make it. Okay. It looks
we should focus on Core's team right now, since they're about to drop into the triple boss on Cata 3, which is going to be very interesting.
Good luck. Who was I just watching? Bowl just finished the event in Old Hots. They're making their way out. So now we're going to take a look here at Bioshift. Right? Bioshift and Core?
Yeah, Bioshift and Core. They are currently clearing this hold right before the drop down that's going to lead to the triple boss. Quite obviously preparing for it.
They've got 3 bombs. They got Conk potions. They've got a strength potion on your shade.
Is that the last wave? Okay.
So here's that drop.
They're going in.
Oh, I'm excited to see this.
So they're going all in the back.
Oh, smart.
Yeah,
They're
all
gonna
together in the back.
They're gonna keep the gas alive.
Here's the boss spawning. They're gonna try to clear out as much of this as possible before the bosses show up. And they want, because they're on Cata 3 in this strat thing, they want to leave at least one special alive at all times to avoid an extra horde spawning on top of the bosses.
Okay, that's why they're leaving that one gas rat alive.
So
Okay.
yeah, there will probably be a gas strat left alive. The
Chaos
entire time.
spawn, troll,
Yeah,
and
they have a
ogre.
chaos spawn, a troll,
I'm coming to
and
spawn now. There's a pack master.
Ogre.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Pack
I think
master's
Malice
spawned at the leaf
confirmed that. He said he was watching Rain Guys practices.
See, one thing they're gonna try to do as well. Looks like they failed to keep a special alive, so they're getting a horde. That's not good for them.
Right.
Okay. No, they're still getting Packmasters and hordes.
The specials will keep happening regardless of the threat in Onslaught or on Cataclysm on base round.
Goof Guy, thank you for that. Welcome to the stream. Yara, you did? Wait, yeah, we just saw.
I got grabbed. Thank you. Silent horde behind me.
Hold on a
This
second.
horde is going to make it spicy for them. See, one thing they'll want to do as well is try and kill the bosses at the same time, because of this whole threat thing. When it works properly, stop the hordes from spawning in on them.
Yeah,
And
Yara, we were able to
yeah,
watch
this-
that.
like, even though they have a bit of a hold spawning on them, it's like it's not the full thing. It's just they have a few extra ads to deal with. So
Marcus Rising,
as long as all three
congratulations.
bosses
Thank you for
are
that.
alive,
Out of these bosses, okay, so you want to kill them all relatively close at the same time.
at least 2 of them. You want to kill 2 of them at the same time. Once you're left with just 1,
Goof Guy, thank you for 9 months. I'm surprised that they're
Gym
not.
Rats Unite.
I'm surprised that they're not taking this on like you would see in Weaves, where one person picks up all the bosses, kites around. This is a big room to kite in, and then everybody else
that's
takes care.
interesting. And they went. The wizard went for beam staff instead of bolt to deal with those bosses.
Even then, you can grab.
I do believe that's a tech choice on purpose for the bosses.
Oh, come on.
Leech. That was nasty.
Ooh, he got 180. The Shade got 180 smacked by the Ogre, dropping it. Again, I just want to say Marcus Rising and Yara, yeah, we watched your guys' completion. That was awesome. Well done. I even got the stats of your final match up on the stream.
No, it's not that. Why is it not that?
There's an assassin on the other side.
They're
Everybody's
dealing with it fairly well so far.
Thing. It's in the middle. Cool, got it.
So they're keeping the hordes from spawning by having a Gasford alive, and then the Bald Troll is about to go down.
It's a well-deserved sweat, Marcus.
Chaos Spawn is almost halfway.
Yeah, Blightstormer coming.
The beam stab DPS happening here.
Oh, I want to rotate these characters so bad. He's keeping him right here. He's doing fine. Hold him still. It looks like the other boss is about 1/3 health.
It looks like they're going to be downing all 3 at the same time. In this raid, or maybe the troll will be the last one to go.
They were able to clean it up because now they have the 2 specials.
No, they didn't get to phase the troll, so they might just keep the troll for last and kill the spawn and red ogre at the same time.
I mean, if you kill 2 of them, then it's going to be what normal Onslaught, Deathwish, Cata 3 should be,
well,
right?
it's no boss. And the troll is already like damaged.
Yeah. He's keeping the ogre alive until
the main
the
thing
death.
they're having to deal with at the same time as the boss here is just the onslaught specials. And on Cata 3, there are a lot of them.
You can hear the gutter runners. You can hear the pack masters. There's a gas vet that's been around.
Them constantly spawning.
They've dealt
I think
with
it's interesting here. If you
Blightstormers.
look here, the front end of the giant room actually still has ambients that aren't aggroed. Like
Oh,
they've
right
had some
outside the-
discipline there, not moving to the front to keep those ambients from aggroing. The rat ogre died, so now hordes will spawn in earnest. So they want to get this spawn down as soon as possible to keep things contained.
Guess he's dead.
Okay, they're doing well. Ugh, chaos bonds. I hate them.
Yeah,
And the
they're
troll
trying
buys
to
a
focus
lot
on
of
chaos
time.
spawn right now.
Oh no.
And
Okay.
assassin.
Next horse.
And there goes the spawn.
They even have an ammo crate in this room. That is so fortunate.
Yeah, the ammo crate is definitely very fortunate for them to have.
Once he's phased.
But now they just got to deal with the troll.
So one thing they're doing as well right now is the Bal Troll is kept from being down on purpose. They're purposely not downing the Bal Troll so that they can down him at a more opportune time to be able to phase him for sure once he gets down. So they'll probably down it now, and then they will phase him.
Yeah, there we
Because they have
go.
all 4 people DPSing at the same time.
Slayer, can you also do the shout out for Goof Guy too? I don't know if you already have. Oh yeah, you did. You did. Thank you so much.
Like I mentioned earlier,
Oh.
when Marcus was doing this, Core and
There it
Biolator's
is.
team are going for a shade and not a handmaiden to tech for the center of the last event.
Did you hear that? Biolaship, you could hear. He just was like, like he had a sigh of relief right there that he completed it. That's tough. Good job, guys. Keep moving forward. Keep clearing that map. Blow, what's going on here? They have. Oh no. Back to the wall. They have 2 dead now. Actually, they're staring at him. Oh no, they're killing him.
Take me 5 here.
What do you switch to another team now?
I'm just taking a look to see who else is out there. What's going on? This patrol that
Yeah.
SlashX has to deal with.
Is there anyone else that's started Convocation Decay by now?
Take a look here. Oh no, Marcus, you finished. You finished. That's awesome. So we have Examina. They're dealing with a Storm Fiend. They are in Old Haunts, it looks like. Yeah, they're in Old Haunts in the village area. We got a church in Old Haunts for Warkheiser.
I don't believe that's their first attempt, right? Then
I think these teams are maybe on their second, maybe on their third, but I'm gonna assume second. Yeah. Okay, so everybody here's doing all right. The Blightstormer picked up Baron. Okay, and then let's take a look here on Cata 1, our T2 teams. Delito is loading into, I don't know which map, we'll see in a second.
There is Bolosogi Serial, the starting Convocation of Decay now.
Okay. See, so we are in Convocation to start here with Bol.
Delito is starting a new attempt on Old Hunts.
Yes. Okay.
And Rain Guy are in the event of Old Hunts.
Take a look at that, just to see where everybody else is again, real quick.
Oh, they climb here.
Well, shit, look, they're still stuck.
Rain
Oh, they
Guy,
got another
I
ogre.
think Rain Guy on the event of Old Hunts is worth watching right now. Since like they have this team comp that's like really checked against a comp of elites, and that's kind of what the event of Old Hunts is.
Good luck,
Has
Blow
a lot
Blow.
of monks, a bunch of backmasters, and chaos warriors and stuff.
Blow Blow right now has to deal with an event in Athelwyn week as well, and they're dealing with a Storm Fiend, 2 dead, a massive horde. Let's see. Good luck to you guys. Let's see what Rengar does. Now, this particular comp for Rengar, you've got your Iron Breaker, Shade, Battle Wizard, Grail Knight. They got tomes. They got potions and healing.
Alright, we're good. It's in.
Oh, that's all
Seem to be
3.
going through this event almost as if it was just the official round with a team comp like that. They're just walking through the elites.
Well, I mean, with the ability of the Battle Wizard being able to just blink through helps.
You got a monks on you, monks on you.
No, there's monks on me, Rengar.
Just get out, guys.
Did you hear that?
Monks on you as he gets backstabbed by another monk.
There's like 2 behind him.
I dropped.
I'm watching your back, but who's watching
They
mine?
managed to put all the heads in, so now they have to drop. The spawn of the Meniments are stopped once you put the last head in. They still have to clean up whatever's left, and they've lost the Grail Knight.
Okay.
It's like they're kind of trying to run for it, which I'm not sure is the play.
Oh, he hit a branch up top, but he did
The
taunt.
Ironbreaker, I think that's right here. The Ironbreaker just taunted in this area, which probably hits the things above as well. He's just going to try and bring things away and let the other 2 run for it.
Yeah.
Which is a really risky strat to go for the speedrun bit there. We'll see if they succeed or not. The Shade is down. The Battle Wizard is still up.
He just picked up another bomb. Pick up healing. He picked the speed pot. He's gonna run all his way up.
To just give it up. So now they're just 2-manning, and the
This
rest of this exit.
Gonna be tough.
It is kind of rough for them, yeah.
Maybe if he had a shield. I mean, it's not about the Ironbreaker living. It's about
down. Battle Wizard is gonna get the
oh, around the
revive,
corner.
Just go, man.
Another taunt. I don't think you can try and heal through that.
No. He's gonna go for the. He got the taunt off. He's gonna let the battle with. Oh, maybe in their face. He gets the heal off.
Heal. They have to make it through eventually here because things keep respawning here, and I think the Battle Wizard made a run for it again, kind of abandoning the Iron Breaker. There's
No, I think
he's making it as well though. They're trying to anyway.
Now he's making his way up. I think the Ironbreaker here is doing a little bit of a
the Battle
martyr
Wizard is just like
complex.
way off. No, I think the Battle Wizard's
no.
managed to run all the way up the stairs, and he's still got an ult. Looking at his old ball.
Oh, they just burned it. Make it.
You get...
Come on.
The Iron Breaker is gonna have yet another taunt coming up. Going to use it immediately. There it is.
Oh, picked up.
Turns into Chaos Spawn.
Oh, Curse saved him.
The Iron Breaker talent saves him. For how long? I think the Battle Wizard's already. The Battle Wizard's in the portal. Is just gone.
Come on, Rain Guy.
Anything to do with all of this.
You deserve to make it in
They
that
don't have
bubble.
this map. It's not the most clean escape, but it's an escape. The Iron Breaker by the skin of his teeth.
Come on.
The most ridiculous fashion.
Oh,
getting stuck in the bush, but makes
GG.
it regardless.
Wow.
Good game to you.
Jeez.
in this game and a half. It's always more fun to
There's your
see when it's
stats.
not clean. When it's clean, there's just not so much to see, is there?
3,800
There's
rats.
funnier when it's chaotic.
It's the decision making. 50K, 51K with Royale with cheese. Wow. But no, like the decision making, where you're like, I have a conk pot, I'm the Iron Breaker, I'm gonna run up. At the start of that, it looks so good.
There were some weird calls and decisions that were made, but even though it ended up working out in the end, but just like trying to go for like, we're just gonna run to the end with the Battle Wizard and Shade, and then the Shade dies, and the Battle Wizard is like giving it up. And I'm coming back. I want the Iron Breaker's help after all. Eventually decides, no, I'm going away. I'm gonna speed run anyway again. Leaves the Iron Breaker again, and actually makes it.
Oh, it looks like they kind of did the same thing here. FGR, they did the exact same thing here. Chat said 11 seconds. Oh no, they finished it, and now they're just trying to escape. But no, yeah, the decision making. I'm gonna taunt right here. Right here is where Rain Guy tried to throw a bomb, and there's like a little bit piece of a gate right there, right? So he hit either a branch or a gate. So his first bomb messed up. He ran up, tried to get that taunt off to pick everybody up. He picked up a lot, and then it's crazy.
I got him.
Yeah, it was a lot of desperate plays that happened, but it was just enough. So let's see, what do we have going on right now?
Yeah, we're gonna take a look. Good luck to you guys. Come on, I know you can make it through.
Is still moving up. Not quite yet at the first event of Convocation and Decay.
We're moving up towards the Crazy Angles cabin with EXAN's team. They're on Old Hunts. I guess I could leave it plain still. We're coming up to War Kaisers, making their way to, again, still War Hunts, but we're in Summoner Peak area. The three of these teams are, wow. Marcus's team, Marcus Rising team, Jarsa's team, right? Jarsa? Is that right? I don't want to say it wrong.
They made some pretty good time there.
Insane
Beat
time
one already with like a full hour still.
Yeah.
Though
Being
we
able
should
to
focus on Core's team now since they're coming up to the last event of Convocation. It's the final boss.
Good luck,
for them.
Rain Guy. Good luck, Rain Guy. Good luck on those doors, Bull. And good luck on that church, Delito. Let's see. So you said Core?
Yes, Core is coming up
There
to
you
the last event of Convocation. It's their final boss.
See how this goes.
Let's go.
So yeah, they've got
themselves
Zealot, Shade, Mercenary, and Battle Wizard team comp. Like I said, the Shade is going to be used at the center probably, while the other three are going to be standing as a group to try and deal with all the elites.
Yeah, she's got that concentration.
Spear and Fire Sword, which is a pretty controlly set weaponry.
Well, like you said, she's got the concentration pot. She can sit there. She might have
Yeah, it's like
decanter.
there's
That's
going to be a
isolator.
conk pot that's going to be used as a way to ensure at least part of the event. Whenever the middle becomes a little too spicy for them. I think they're usually
Muy
going to use
caliente.
the back. The back here where they go up these oh no, the Shade got immediately
Come on, shout, Kruber.
shot on by a hook.
No.
That is an unfortunate start for them. It's not over yet though, because obviously they can get a revive and then the Shade can go and pick up that conk pot that they didn't get to use.
That's just a lot of time. That's no witch is
yeah,
dead.
that's going to add quite a bit of time to the event, as these now have to defend. Like the spot they're in right now is their primary defense spot. I believe they've chosen that beforehand. And yeah, they sometimes have to give it up whenever things get a little too overwhelming, like it currently has. And also they'll have to move up to try and get the revive, since obviously the Shade did not live.
Well, the good news is there's still healing up there. There's still a conk pot
they've
up
got
there.
the revive on the Shade, and
Packmaster coming
the Shade is
in.
probably going to rush in the middle again as soon as possible.
These Chaos Warriors with
Mercenary
their
goes down,
skating
but the revive
overheads
is cleanly done.
with the taunt right off. Or not taunt, I'm sorry, the shout from Mercenary. It was a really good strat. Like, that was super clean, Marcus. The one that you guys did, super clean. So just watching it, seeing how the other teams take on this event. We got Berserkers coming in. You've got the Chaos Warriors. Shielded Storms. Shielded Storms in this difficulty can be basically mini bosses with that shield.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting to see is like the tightness of the group, right? Like, if you look at this, like the 3 people, like excluding the Shade that has to do its thing in the middle, the 3 of them are extremely close together as they move, which is something you really don't see until the very highest levels of play.
Yeah.
But it is the optimal way to have a team comp fighting things. And in the Legend version of this event from Marcus Rising, you didn't quite see as much of it because it was a lower difficulty, basically.
Well, was the things that we said, even if it was the lower difficulty, it was still the same problem that they had to deal
it
with.
Was
You
still
still had the
clean because,
Packmaster.
You can still pull off. It is the difference between Legend and Cata 3, right? It's on Legend, even with the increased stagger resistance of Death Wish, you can have people fighting on their own and survive things and clean them up. But on Cata 3, with things having so much health and so much tankiness, that you basically need the group comp to have the stagger necessary to keep things from overwhelming you.
Well,
so yeah, they've lost
something that this
their battle wizard now.
Something that the elf player just has to deal with, which is I don't want to say responsibility, but what you expect from them is, they both had to deal with that Packmaster, with that gutter runner. Ooh.
Yeah, the Shade is doing a good job this time surviving the middle, though at 7 HP. Everyone's low health right now. So
Bio has eaten 3 hits from the same Chaos Warrior.
So it's the last third of the circle. The Shade is probably going to be using the Conk bot fairly soon.
As soon as I see that ulti use, get that witch out of here. Good, nice. Marcus down. They're standing right on top of him.
The Shade just used the Conk bot and is now spamming stealth. Oh, went down with the Conk bot active.
No.
The 7 HP probably had some gas or something that.
Are you still injured?
Not anymore.
There's gutter, 2 gutters. It seems.
A lot more time. One.
No.
It's all up to the battle wizard.
That was a pounce into overheads coming in.
I know there's an assassin up. The assassin's marked red for the battle wizard, but there's so much thingy things.
I need someone to swap for me.
Oh.
But the assassin has so much health, it's still alive. There goes the assassin.
There we go, got him.
He's bought himself up time if he doesn't get God broken by the sheer amount of things.
Oh
no! No. And there goes their first attempt at convocation.
Nice try, Bio. That was 38 minutes.
Very rough.
38 minutes. Wow. That was a rough stop for them too. Like as soon as they got in, they got maybe just about 30%, maybe 25%, and suddenly the elf goes down. It turns into a rescue mission. From the rescue mission, it turned into just one person kept getting down, one after another. Like
all that extra time they had to deal with the elf dying in the beginning, definitely.
And the reses, it's tough. The recovery from that. Okay, so we got a church coming here with Toledo. Any interesting events else?
Leave Core to wallow in sadness a little bit.
I know, sorry, Core Bio.
Redo the map entirely.
Just real quick, what else do we have? Blows in the church here. This is Cata 3. We've got FGR, who is in the beginning, I believe. And then /X is out here at the... Why are they out over here in Old Hans? They're over by the water wheel. I actually can't think of what that's called right now. Water wheel? What's that really called in real life?
Which thing are we on?
/X.
Yeah, let's go.
I can't remember what that's actually called.
The beginning of Old Hans is kind of like the beginning of Pit in that it has
Watermill. Thank you,
a lot
Yara.
of different areas and paths you can choose to take.
Watermill.
There's not much consistent in what path teams take.
The only thing on my mind right now is gutter runners, monks, Skaven, chaos. Not enough beastie boys, in my opinion. We only saw like 10 seconds of beastmen.
Okay.
I definitely didn't see much of them.
Place for the grimace. Yeah, thanks, Starbelly. See,
Bit hard, yeah.
You're coming up.
Come on, get him up.
You can.
Yeah, that water wheel has the first grimoire of the map, although obviously it's not much of a concern in this in particular.
Oh, he kept trying to jump on top of that pew, and it just wasn't letting him. So consistently, it's... Oh, that's the restart.
He
Did you
died.
get pounce? Something?
No, he got slapped by a monk.
Oh, okay.
Bloblo doing the restart.
An instant reset.
Yeah.
That's tough. I keep clicking on Marcus. You guys are done. I could remove it from the... I could remove it, but look, your stats are still there, so I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, there's it's gonna allow us to focus a bit more on some of the teams as more and more of the teams get done. Although chances are most of the teams are not gonna be done until the final 3-hour mark.
Yeah, Flash, that's an incredibly hard spot. Like, you can make that jump. That's absolutely something you can do. But when you have Packmaster, I'm not Packmasters, Storm Vermin, when you have Chaos Warriors just punching you in your face, kicking you, pushing you, and messing up that jump, it's so tough.
Okay, we got an ambush.
It'll be fun.
Try not to-
Yara, you guys are gonna do... Am I saying that right? Yara, right? I'm like... Or is it Yarsa?
Look rat tags.
Is that S? Audible.
Oh, another one, yeah.
Did anybody else see that gutter runner go straight up in the air on Rain Guy's stream? It just went just went straight up. There was no arc to it. Okay, Yarsa. Okay, I apologize. I've been calling you Yara forever.
Yeah, we definitely
Yarsa.
There's stuff behind you.
But yeah, I mean, you guys did remarkably well. You had tons of time. Go for it. Go for Cata 1 next time.
How are you today, Coach Shorla?
And what do we got here? I know that Bio just restarted. Blow just had to restart too, so let's take a look here. Flash X is also going to be on the church.
Ring guy now on convocation. Bolsogi is also beginning-ish of convocation about to roll up in the first event. I think they might have wiped at some point because they've been around convocation for a bit now.
We got this tournament going on.
I believe.
Deathwish Onslaught tournament.
I like how nonchalant and casual he said. Deathwish Onslaught tournament? You know. Just this thing that I'm doing. That's Rain Guy though, right? Like that's kind of how he is. That's just me. I'm just doing something cool. Yeah, no big deal. Alright, they're on the lift over there with Bull.
They're still keeping the Shade, Trail Knight, and Battle Wizard even on convocation, although...
Tagged one of them.
Which Saltspire is this? I'm confused. I think that's the Witch Hunter Captain?
I think it is Witch Hunter.
Yeah, it is Witch Hunter Captain.
It's a lot for me to explain while I'm in the tournament, but maybe someone in chat can explain.
Send them my way, Rain! Let's go!
The guy himself is the only one that's switched characters throughout this team.
Oh, this tier? Because I know... Jarsa's team, Marcus's team, they kind of switched all their characters up for
Oh no,
the maps.
I mean just Rain Guy's team is Rain Guy is the only one who switched characters, while the other three kept the consistent team count.
I got you.
Like,
okay.
The Battle Wizard, Trail Knight, Shade team.
Well, this will be helpful for them, right? Especially towards that last one. If you have the Shade, let's just pretend the Shade is going to be the one sitting in the pool. Cool. Then you have the Grail Knight, who's going to be deleting those Chaos Warriors. You have... That's why they went Witch Hunter.
If I saw a team not bring either Handmaiden or Shade to the end event of Convocation of Decay.
Oh, wow. Okay, I can't revive.
I would be very interested in seeing anything like that and seeing if they can actually succeed without Shade, if it ever happens.
I think that's why they brought the Witch Hunter Captain over the Iron Breaker. Maybe they were switching, they were choosing between those two. But like the Witch Hunter Captain is going to give him the tag, right? The Witch Hunt, which is going to be great. His shout is going to be that AoE control a little bit. You have the Grail Knight, who's going to be focusing on the Storms with shields. He's going to be focusing on the Chaos Warriors. I'm assuming he has double
Yeah, the
stab.
Grail Knight's single target destruction on top of the Witch
Yep,
Hunt.
right there.
Which
Double
only
stab.
allows some very quick disposal of elites.
Jarsa or
as long as you
Jarsa.
started
Okay.
Your last run with 5 minutes left, you can finish it.
I redeemed the Pool Patrol reward in BChen's chat. I just think that it's going to be important to have those. You need to be able to. It's not necessarily the boss damage you want from the in the event. It's those Chaos Warriors, and then after that, once you can handle the Chaos Warriors and the other armored, it's the number of gutter runners that pop up in this convocation event. So they're gonna do the door. Who else do we got going on? Okay.
Seeing we've got Exanimia and Walkaiser are both on the old event at the end event of Old Hunts on the Legend difficulty tier.
Gotta watch both of them, see what happens, see how well this works.
So Walkaiser is currently like at the leaving portion of it, actually,
Ring guy.
while Exanimia is starting it.
Oh, okay, Warkaiser. You get it, you got it. Warkaiser, Grassman, Gray Stairs. Pushing their way through, killing a couple of those specials, killing a couple of those elites. Gonna make their way out. They just have that boss that they could just have to ignore. Everybody's up. This isn't any desperate run. This isn't a desperate escape. It's not just the wizard blinking away.
New recruit! All hail the new recruit!
Dan Weber, welcome to the stream. Thank you for that follow. Congratulations, Warkaiser. I know I'm celebrating a little early, but I think you guys got this. There we go. Yep, they're making it. Good job, Warkaiser. What? I want to hear them.
Oh, fuck.
Save him, save him. No, fuck him.
No, don't.
No, go, just go.
We're wasting time. It doesn't matter, we're not.
Just
That's so funny. Good luck, guys. All right, examine up.
That is rather silly. There goes the punish for that silliness.
Oh, they're celebrating. They're having fun, you know?
Yeah.
They have 30 minutes. We have 30 minutes. Well, just over 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think regardless of what they do, they have time for one solid time convocation, but not more unless they wipe very early in.
Marcus and Jarsa, what was something that you guys what do you think it was that you guys were able to clear, complete? What was something that was like a real clencher for you? What was something that you guys had to buckle down? What was something like that you had to go through? Or what was something that you guys were like, oh no, it's coming up, but you know, maybe surprisingly enough, it wasn't as bad as you thought it was gonna be. We can do some post-game interviews right now. It would be interesting. That's like next level MLG stuff. Just talk to us about your team comp. How's your captain doing? Tell me more about your manager.
I'm behind you guys.
You guys excited about your sponsorship after this? There's no sponsorship. So one thing I think all three teams did that I've seen so far here on Old Haunts in this event is just look how close everybody is. You gotta stack next to each other. You can see it's stairs. Fighting on stairs is so... In my rules, in my own personal rules, in my personal codex, I don't fight on stairs. They betrayed me enough times in Vermintide 1 that I just don't fight on stairs. But they got all 4 of their skulls in. They gotta clear this trash. Ooh, Zen. Spooky. She wanted that monk kill. She got it. Clear up the rest of this. They gotta escape the crypt. There's a call for it.
They're in good condition for just the leaving portion now, but
yeah, really, really good.
They have to
go
clean and not get stuck on vines.
Right there, that's where Rain Guy tried to make that throw, and it just hit the grate or the branch or something. That just stuck with me because it looked like such a solid play, and then he hit
the fleshy vegetation thing.
What? Fleshy vegetation.
We've got a conk bot on the shade.
Time to delete some bad guys.
The Ironbreaker got hooked, but just survived it because Ironbreakers do that.
Could have been his curse. It
And
could have
hooked again.
No. What a shot!
Nice shot.
I'm impressed by that shot. EXAN's killing it.
Yep, those the specials.
That was like 3 specials in that density in like a span of 5 seconds. That's insane.
It's triple assassin though. Just walking into dagger strikes.
No, it's just move, just move, just move. Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Just move.
Let me revive my merc. Thank you.
We need them.
I was like,
That's hilarious.
here,
I love
nothing's
it.
happening.
Let's see. Captain Log. I can't. Like, I want to. I'll show face later. Right now the focus here is on the teams. We've got 11 teams, 10 teams now because 1 team is complete. But I want to focus all on these teams here. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming in.
Yeah, it looks like EXAN's team is going to be completing this, and we'll be moving on to Convocation and Decay as well. More and more teams on Convocation and Decay. Just can't help it but chase those green circles, even on Modern Realm.
The
Have
cap
to keep
log.
stabbing.
You shortened it. Wasn't it full captain's log? But that looks like a completion here for EXAN's team. They're just just trying to make her way in. I mean, for the sake of time, you could easily be like, is somebody in the portal? All right, and then die.
Yeah.
But they're
This
making
is
it.
pretty much like we, so that
There
there's
we
no,
go.
They wanted this 4-man survival.
Congratulations, EXAN. Let's see stats.
We
Let's see
have 30
stats.
minutes to run combo.
Easy. We did that first.
We luckily didn't have too many super clenchy moments. I think the closest spot we were really losing was right as we got to the head.
That's the one with the 3 bosses.
Oh, the head's on Old Haunts. Okay, I got you.
EXAN pulling those green circles, over 1,000 kills.
That was pretty crazy. That was just under 3,000 rats, if I saw it right. Death Wish. False. Onslaught. True. Get it. Get it. Congratulations on the win. Let's take a look here on everybody else. I keep clicking here.
Yeah, they want to go on you. They're all going on us.
The only
See if
thing
anyone's in any of the
Okay.
Convocation events.
War Kaiser having to start the beginning of... Oh, no. War Kaiser started the beginning of Convocation. Good job. We've got Baron. Where are they at? There's Old Haunts still. Okay, not too bad. Bull is in the 3 boss room? Is this 3 bosses? They already cleared the bosses.
It is. It is. It looks like they've successfully cleared the bosses though, since I don't either that or they just dropped in.
Alright, we'll keep an eye on that just a second. Another victory here of Old Haunts for Delito. Congratulations.
No, here they come.
Oh yeah, 3 boss
Bowl
fight.
Soggy Cereal. Let's
see it,
focus
let's
on
see
Bowl
it.
Soggy Cereal. They are on the Cata 1 tier. And Rain Guy is going to be doing it about at the same time as well. It's going to be 2 teams doing that at the same time.
Okay.
Okay, we can ignore the Storm Fiend for now.
We've given no hate on Rain Guy, but we've definitely given him a lot of time. I don't think I've given Bull a lot of time.
Yeah, we've been missing core as well. Was that like we've got 3 teams basically in this area. Core's team on Cata 3 is also in the triple boss room right now.
Wish I had more eyes. Do I have other streams open right
Attention
now?
will be split.
Do I have other teams open right now? Pause/X. Come back here. It could just be frame rate for Bull. I'm losing a little bit of frame rate here. I like it. Cap log.
Yeah, yeah. Bowl's stream is a little choppier than most.
Okay, I thought it might have actually been on my end. It's all right. We'll be fine.
You'll see. We can put some focus on Bowl regardless, considering we've already covered Core's team doing the triple boss the other time.
Rank pot. Oh, so
Yeah,
this
they've done
Grail
the
Knight.
Stroll. Yeah,
Bull-
Grail Knight with Executioner and Strength Pot. They
But-
failed to face the Stroll properly though, which is unfortunate for them.
He's
They'll
using
have to down it again.
he's using the cleave for his Grail Knight rather than the double stab.
I got the spawn. I'm going on the show now.
Oh.
They've lost this
You guys watch for special.
player to an assassin.
If you jump, you move quicker in the water.
They've faced the Troll for the
Toxic
final
elf
time.
mate. The elf that friendly fought. No, she was a wizard when she bombed her team, right? Remember them days when EXAN was like hardcore battle wizard?
Shit, I'm down. Fuck.
No, it's 3 down. Oh no, 2 down, 2 down. Oh shoot, as soon as I said something. Oh no!
All of a sudden, all the specials and hordes and everything. It's just unfortunate
Dang.
for them.
Sorry, Bull. You said Rain Guy was starting something? Oh, okay, they're doing it too.
Guy is also starting the triple boss.
God, fuck.
And as I tune into them, the Soulspire takes quite a beating, but stays up.
I hear what you're saying, Mal, but like these chaos, I can see. It'd be really helpful for the storms, but the number of chaos warriors that come in at the end of this event, maybe that's what they're using the cleave for, specifically for just the amount of specials and elites that clump up on you in this event. I'm thinking too much more about killing the boss rather than killing that massive horde at the end once you get past this. Oh, gut punched.
Poke.
Gut maced, actually.
Yeah, then my rotor.
No, gas! B10.
The gas. So that's 2 down.
We're safe. We're safe.
The gas itself doesn't quite kill them, so it could be revival. This one clan rat's going to ruin everything. Oh, no, there it is.
Oh my god.
Now the Blight Storm.
Right in his face.
He's going to take the...
Okay.
Dodges it, and
That's actually
Grail
gonna...
Knight might die or not, because the Blight Storm stops anything from coming to poke him, but he's already... No, Grail Knight's done for.
Yeah, we can get the good spawn.
So 3 up. So it's the Grail Knight Shade team that's... should be able to burst down bosses very quickly, but unfortunately, the lack of special control might stop them from being able to do that consistently.
Oh, Shade down.
It looks like they've only killed 1 boss, while the other 2 are still in good condition, which forces them to have hordes with still 2 bosses alive, which is not a great strategy either, which they might be getting punished for.
Man,
now they have to deal with repeating hordes and 2 bosses, which is extremely hard.
There's that stagger
Especially
resistance
since they
we were
are 2
talking
down.
about. That stagger resistance
Battle
on that
Wizard is
storm.
1 HP.
You got that cleave off attack right on the storm, but it's just not enough. The storm was able to come in, wasn't staggered, got his hit in, and now
Battle Wizard down. It's all up to the Witch Hunter captain. It's not looking good.
his faith is his armor, his hatred his weapon, his contempt his salvation. This Blightstormer, such a thorn in their side.
So the thing is, the revives here are all the way further down, and if you go down there, then it's cramped areas with multiple bosses, which is it's all moot now.
It all started with that gas rat. All gas rats are gas holes, man. Oh man, Ring guy.
Focusing on core, they have made it on the Cata 3 tier. Only if both teams on Cata 1 ate the dust, but on Cata 3 went and did better.
Taking a look here, see who we got. Blow is over at the okay.
You might want to start killing that.
They're making their way up towards.
We have a Chaos Patrol that coming in the giant room. That is unusual.
Who's? Force?
Cool. They've cleaned out the bosses, and now there's a Chaos Patrol.
Oh my god.
Walk in after they've cleared the bosses, which is quite unusual. I'm not sure if I've ever seen a Chaos Patrol there.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't hear them at all. Good thing that they echoed on me.
Although with such a giant room, it's not too hot
His
to avoid,
face.
I believe.
His armor.
Might come back.
Got some good quotes from this today. Man, Chaos Patrol specials coming in, big room, tons of just hordes. You'd think this room being so big would give you the time to.
They're doing well.
You would think that the size of this room would actually be a benefit. Oh, right in his face.
One of the things with this room is all the water on the ground slows you down slightly.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's what stops this room from being like a perfectly clean area to fight in.
Somewhere. At the Grim Hole.
Not much on the stairs. As in, not.
That's good, getting that continuity across all of them, Cap. That's good.
Oh, there's
So they are 2 out of 2 course team that is for cleaning out the triple boss, which shows some consistency with them.
Got our Zealot. Mercenary Battle Wizard. I feel like Mercenary Battle Wizard has been consistent across almost every team. And as soon as I say that, I take a look at
Yeah, the
Flash
Battle Wizard
X.
is definitely like a very strong pick with like either Bolt Staff or Beam Staff. Mostly Bolt Staff to clean out specials, with Beam Staff in this case picked for those bosses. And then yeah, the Mercenary gives in the souls, which is very good. Like one of the things they save these souls for a lot of the times is whenever a special comes in and might grab someone, usually a Packmaster or maybe the assassins as well, being able to ult them off to prevent them from being able to do any damage whenever they do grab someone. It brings in a lot of consistency.
He's waiting for it. He's like, I know, I hear you. What about Blow Blow? Where are we at? Okay, okay. So this is definitely a hard room right here, but we've got Bioshift. They're going to clear out this area and make their way over to the finale. So looking good. Good luck to you guys. Get there.
Yep, looking forward to seeing their second attempt at.
Take a look real quick. Bull, Rain, and Delito. Bull and Rain both had to restart recently, so...
I think we've missed Forced Gender Reassignment. Also, Cata 3 managed to clean out the triple boss, and we've missed it, unfortunately.
Yeah, right as soon as I clicked it, I missed it. Like,
Yeah,
they finished it.
We've not put much attention to that team. We've got also a Grail Knight and Shade and Battle Wizard and Wishing Captain team.
Going in. Let's see, they cleared it. They just got to go down through here, go to the catacomb area, make their way to the finale. They're looking good item-wise, and there's a ton of healing, so they should be topped off. Healing
They
and
have no Conk Potion, though, for the Shade at the end event, which I suppose they would want in a perfect world.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that he's got Canter. Because if he has Concoction, it still helps, but I doubt that it's Concoction.
Yeah, Concoction is for boss deletion when it comes to Shade. It's, not what you need in the Convocation event.
You take a quick look here. EXAN, where are you guys at? Okay, they're making their way through. Looks like Warkaiser and EXANs are similar
10, 14,
in area, not too far away from each other.
Yeah, Convocation is 7.
And then you have Baron at the start of Convocation. Looking forward to seeing where these guys get. I'm gonna watch FGR. They've got a Chaos Spawn coming up on them.
Baron's team's got a tome. Oh, that's actually just for the Grail Knight quest. Never mind.
Yeah, Jarsa, we were talking about that earlier. We were saying,
Ring them up.
Forced Gender Reassignment, getting that bonus boss right after the triple boss.
That the stuff that the mercenary brings, just his shout alone. I mean, yes, he's got insanely good damage, ranged weapon as well, but just his ult with the ability to shout, with the control, with the damage reduction, it's an amazing talent, amazing character to have in your list. Imagine fighting 4 bosses, Cata 3 within like the span of a minute.
Seeing a lot of use of the Mason Shield with this Grail Knight.
Mason Shield is good. I'd say Mason Shield is the second best weapon in the game for me. The first is Sword and Shield at all times. But the Executioner
Blade
Blade
become a lot more usable since the recent patch.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of weapons I think I've seen. I'm surprised. Maybe I'm not paying attention to the Witch enough, but I'm still seeing a lot of fire swords instead of the mace. I thought that the mace was you're going to see a lot more of that.
Sounds like they're coming from
No, the fire sword brings the most control, which is what the wizard really needs in a melee weapon, since the wizard is not going to be trying to do a lot of DPS with its melee weapon in an endgame comp like that. That's not the wizard's role.
The approach to this difficulty is just so very different than what you would see base game. So very different. New Game Plus. Vermintide, New Game Plus. Okay, so they're gonna make their way. We had a couple of other teams making their way down there. I wanna give some.
Course team, we should focus on. They're at the end event again already.
Ooh.
The
I feel like
elf
such a
already
curse for
di-
them.
The elf died. They've got 1/3 of the event completed. The other 3 are still up in the meantime.
Okay, Elf is getting back up. Ice is up.
Yep, they've
Bioshift is up.
ice.
Careful ahead, there's a few.
It looks
I
like
don't
they're
know if
about
they
a.
had a conk bot or not. So their supplies are fairly low. Only the Zealot has a medkit and strength bot. The Shade did have a conk bot actually. They just picked it back up.
There we go. Okay.
Proxying strength to you.
So, yeah, most people in good condition right now. The Merc at half health, with the rest of them. And oof, the Wizard just ate something
Just
there.
go to the end and drop.
Isolator dropped down. I think is what they just. Yeah, Elf fell down, but he's making his way back up. Elf is low. I'm sorry, Wizard is pretty low. Everyone actually is floating around that
The elf
15,
decided
20%.
to just drink healing.
They have a potion, nice.
Wants to keep it high health this time around, I'm sure.
I think he's gonna save that conk bot once he hits 50%. He should be able to sit in it at the 50% mark. Get almost.
It's more
done.
like the 66% mark, honestly. The conk bot itself will last for more of a third than.
It all comes down to timing, positioning. The rest of this team is just slowly moving together. Funny time to kill this Wizard.
That's what I mentioned at the time. Like it's extremely tight team positioning on Cata 3 like this to be able to be successful.
That
Wizard's
Chaos
in a
Warrior is
tight spot right now. But
completely.
makes it out.
Oh, Elf down.
The elf down again. That's
Conk
going
bot
to
not
make
used though.
I'm not sure. I don't think they even got the checkpoint for the 2/3,
Nice
so
heal.
it might still be like 0 progress again.
No, it looks like
All this time.
1/3 has been completed at least.
Yeah, one third is assured, but I think they're losing the second half.
Hello, Flower. Thank you for an entire year. That's amazing. Thank you so much.
Hail.
That's awesome.
And Ice is back. He's respawned and has to be revived now.
That's so cool. Yeah, so this is the Death Wish Onslaught tournament. This is the final map, but a lot of the teams here. This is home stretch. We only got about less than 15 minutes left of this tournament for these teams to at least start their last couple attempts here on getting this event completed for themselves. And we've got people playing everywhere from it's Death Wish Onslaught no matter what, or Onslaught no matter what. And
it is Death Wish Onslaught no matter what. The Death Wish portion of it, since Winter Magic is mostly turned into just a stagger resistance increase, as well as like a stagger multiplier, the damage set back to 0.2 when it comes to Cata 3.
We have Death Wish Onslaught no matter what. We're looking at Legend for T1 of the teams. T2 of the teams is Cata 1, and then T3 of the teams is Cata 3. Big jumps in difficulty, so when you see us switching through some of these streams and it's like, whoa, these guys cleared it really easy. It could be that we looked at the Legend teams and then immediately switched to a Cata 3.
I'm trying to mention whenever we switch to what difficulty it is. The one we're watching right now is Cata 3 is the hardest. It's a course team, which is the furthest along on this tier. They're on this is their final boss, the last event, the last map. They're struggling, but they're still alive. The elf is low health once again.
Oh, that fire rat. Yo, thank you for that gifted sub to Marcus Rising. Big hat Marcus, welcome to the stream. Thank you guys for coming in. Marcus Rising, please say hail and hype. Welcome, equip your armor. Welcome to the Order of the Dragon.
I think they've secured. I think they've secured the second, third. So,
Rain Dish, thank you for the 11 months. Hail to you. Slayer, you there? Can you give me shout outs for Hello Flower and for Rain Dish?
For the first time, one of their
Conk pot used on the elf.
Team goes down. The mercenary is down. Yeah, the Conk pot was
recruit.
used.
New
The elf
recruit.
is going to
All
throw it,
hail
and
the new
they
recruit.
hopefully not die in
Papacito.
this time.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Welcome. Thank you for joining the stream.
Wizard on 1 HP.
Elf is still staying inside the circle. They've got one more ulti up, but they're not going to use it. I think they're going to sit and wait. They might even use that elf ulti to get the res up.
summon, I guess.
You need to get this warfire.
Dead.
I'll go red.
Ooh,
Russian
Crusader
from
Kings
Merc Res.
3.
And completed. Now they
There
have
we
to
go.
escape without dying.
Very nice. Okay.
They could still die. There's plenty of things on the field that could kill them still, and they have to breach the exit. But that's all they have to do.
I think they're going to be more concerned about controlling here rather than killing everything. Just make that space for one person to get to the end. It looks like the elf is trying to
it
rush
does look
for
like
it.
they're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Wizard is the furthest behind and is still making it even. So yeah,
Just
they're good.
Hold them back.
That's going to be them
Literally,
completing Cata 3, their second attempt on Convocation of Decay.
literally 1 HP on core. Make it. You can do it. But that is a completion. Congratulations. Bio. Isolator. Core. Is it Simeon?
Wow.
Slimon, I think.
Soimion? There's 2 eyes in there. It's throwing me out.
Not with a perfect score.
Congratulations. Well deserved.
Hello,
There's the
hello.
stats. We're looking at about 2,000. Yeah, about
damage dealt, though,
2,400.
73,000.
Let's get a big look at that.
Wizard.
Give me a heart attack.
Oh, man. Insane amounts of damage. So there's the stat screen for them. Congratulations, Bio.
Check, it is a DPS check. It requires a lot of damage.
We got Slash X, we got Blow, and FGR. FGR's actually almost done with their attempt, too. We can take a look.
You're trolling me now.
Yeah, we've got Forced Gender Reassignment that's also currently at the end event, almost finishing the end event of Convocation with this different comp here. Also Shade, but
Wizard getting
Grail Knight
disabled,
doing.
saved themselves. Yeah, the Grail Knight's using both the EXE Blade
Yeah,
and he's
they're
got
using
the
a
Mason
similar
Shield.
strategy, although the Shade doesn't have a conk pot on this one. But they're doing it nonetheless. And they seem
They've
to
got-
be like struggling less than Core did.
50% health. I mean, okay, natural bond on that Wizard. But 50% health. We still got potions. We still got bombs. Our ultis are
Yeah,
up. People are alive. Escape through the Bridge of
people aren't
Shadows.
dying already. Yeah, this team actually managed to do it a bit cleaner than Core teams did.
Well,
And this is also Cata 3.
they're going to make their way through. Look at that.
And that's going to be another team also finished with the entire set of maps.
FGR. Congratulations. Is it Sealoth, Big Richards, and Wickeds? I'm guessing that's Wickeds. WCKZ.
That would have been sick.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
EXAN's team on the
let's
Legend
get their-
tier going
let's-
to be about the third final event of Convo as well.
I want to get their stats. There's the victory screen. Get their stats up. We don't have to, but it's fun for bragging rights to check it out. All right, so we're looking at roughly on the same amount. You got 67,000 damage on Wickeds over here. That's insane. Absolutely crazy. Again, you're looking at close to 3,000 rats, or at least 3,000 enemies, you know? So we take a look at our teams here.
Oh crap behind us.
We're all catching up. It looks like they're Warkaisers towards the beginning of the map. Hasn't been too long into it, about 3 or 4 minutes into the map. We've got Baron, who is 12 minutes into their map, getting up to that first drop down. Actually, no. That's 3 bosses in that area, so we'll keep this open just to see. And EXAN's team is going to be starting the event here.
We
Rain.
got the elf point of view for EXAN this time. This is Legend, so slightly less difficult, but still.
It's different. Look, you don't have one person. You've got the team up
Yeah,
here.
this time they're having everyone stand in the middle, which is honestly questionable decision, but we'll see how it goes. They'll probably have the non-elf drop down fairly quickly, if anything.
So they're not.
Seems they're trying to clear it as if this was the same thing as the official round. But
Yeah, we'll
which
see
on
how
Legend,
this goes.
they could potentially get away with if they play well, but we'll see.
I mean, if it
about
doesn't,
that.
if it doesn't, they always have that chance to just kind of fall back, fall down.
All hail the new recruit.
Definitive TV, welcome.
with you.
Hail to you. Welcome to the Deathwish Onslaught Tournament Shoutcast.
I'm gonna have a seizure with this. Like,
Yeah, they had to drop. They got a good portion of it done with a lot of them. Maybe that was the strategy.
They didn't secure the progress though, so it will drain back down if none of them goes back up, since none of them are on it right now.
That might have been a communication thing. They needed one more person to stay up top.
Yeah, it should usually be the elf, which unfortunately does not have a conclave.
This is gonna be interesting to
Speed
watch
only.
because now we're gonna see
The
EXAN. This is
yeah,
the elf perspective.
The elf goes back up in the middle.
Oh, is he?
Unfortunately, gets shot
Oh.
a few times.
Bullied off. Yeah, so we're gonna see the perspective of the elf here, whereas before we saw the rest of the team. This will be really interesting to see. Oh, that slight miss because he jumped down.
See, they lost all of their progress because
Dang.
no one was on.
They're still maintaining the whole
they
team
don't
up
seem to
top.
have much of a strategy. They're just eyeballing it from the looks of it, unlike the Cata 3 teams we saw. And also unlike Marcus Rising's team that clearly had the Handmaiden have a role on that.
So EXAN has healing. She has med kits, which she's gonna be using now, and then she has a speed pot too. But it looks as though that this is actually getting progress without
This is
actually
messy.
being in it.
I'm questioning their strategy a bit, since they're trying to have like people, just, anyone that can just randomly goes to the middle, which is not necessarily what you want to do. It brings all the things to come to the middle and it makes the middle uninhabitable. And then they end up having everyone drop, and then you don't get progress because there's no one in the middle.
Yeah, that's tough. That's really. And there's not really pockets of time for you. There's no respite. There's no respite.
Yeah,
no mercy.
They really do need the elf to just do the thing and stay in the middle if they want to clear this in time.
He punched me. Yeah, because look, it's back at 0. I just wanna pop down real quick. Follow the trail of corpses. Okay, Baron may have or is just about to see the 3 bosses. You guys, we'll see. They either may have cleared it already, or they're about to see them at any second. We'll come back. I really want to see this finale. Come on, get the third. Get 1/3 up.
EXAN's on it. Like
no.
Yep, the hook.
Are they gonna be able to save her?
Yeah, and breaker.
Thank you.
Okay, bomb save.
Breaker comes through. See, that's the thing here. Like the shade on there is good, and then the Ironbreaker on there is actually questionable sometimes because it makes more things want to be in the middle. And the more things are standing on the middle, the harder it is to stay on it.
Expecting someone in the ring.
Right. Yeah. So like the.
But because this is Legend, they're managing to beat the DPS check to just.
Core, thank you for that. Congratulations, Core.
Getting away with it.
Bio, Isolator, and is it Simon? Simeon? I couldn't really tell through the graininess.
Yeah,
but congratulations to your team. Well done. Well deserved. They've got 1 witch down. Okay, maybe 2.
Yeah, they've got the first one down, and they're going in. The second will die soon. Yeah, they're on Legend, and they have some solid enough DPS that they're managing to overpower everything that spawns instead of having to kite.
I feel like a big.
So they can get away. At that point, they can get away with just about any strategy as long as they don't get themselves killed.
Yeah, they made sure that. I think the thing was more like a DPS race to themselves to see if they could kill all the big heavies, and now they just got to deal with hordes, a couple of specials, a couple of storms. Once they see a bunch more Chaos Warriors, if that comes in anymore in this event, then they're going to get a lot more pressure. They're going to feel pressure, but
not sure if they're going to have time to bring in anything else. It's almost over. Well, the elf has to avoid getting poked several times in a row.
Well, their whole team's up at this point, so they should be able to hold and defend. As soon as I say that, Marcus drops. I am like a voice of curses. The second I say something positive, somebody gets hit. That gutter runner needs to be dealt with. But the event's almost over.
Gunner dropped.
I'm gonna let you go finish it.
And the event's over. Now they just need to leave.
There it is. There's the completion.
We're done. Let's just finish stuff up.
Nice. Look at that.
And it looks like Advanced team is going to be completing Convocation as well.
Everybody else was like, we got to get out of here. EXAN's like, we're killing everything. We're walking out of here, boys. That's
we're
nice.
hitting the 3-hour mark now, so none of the teams will be able to start any new runs if they do wipe.
1 minute to restart. Contact Fat Shark so they can input Curse of Ishka Twitch Mutator. Just random quotes that I've said throughout my Vermintide career. Just you hear them. What was that? And then suddenly you die.
Yeah, right on the dot.
Well done. Congratulations, EXAN. Team EXAN. Let's take a look at their stats.
GG.
But that's
Congrats.
Maya, Lady Onion, Miss Marvel, and EXAN. Congratulations to you guys. Let's see those stats. Would have liked combo to be one shot. It happens. Look, the completion was done. There's the kills. We're talking 32,000 damage on this elf, 14,000, and then on both Marcus and Sienna, and 16k on that lady. Nice. Well done. Well done. That's awesome. Who else have we got?
We got a report.
We've got Bicycle of Death. Hail to you, champion. You're just coming in towards the end here of the Vermintide player-made tournament. Thank you for coming in. If I can get that shout out for Bicycle of Death. Amazing human being. But this is a player-made difficulty, Death with Onslaught. I'm with Grimalek, who is the creator of this. And we're watching about 12 teams. We have a total of 20 people playing, 20 teams playing. And this has just been an amazing way to see people take on a new player-made difficulty. Think Vermintide Plus, okay? New Game Plus. It's been an insane, absolutely insane tournament.
Oh my fucking god.
So welcome to the stream. Hydrate. I wish I had something to hydrate with. I don't. Let's go back to the teams. Oh, FGR got their completion, so they're out of here. We've got /X finishing up. Bio finished their event because they were playing with Core. We got Blow.
It was a
Delito. Okay, Delito's doing his thing. I don't know what happened here.
Yeah, we've got Baron that's currently in the end event.
Did Bull wipe or
Convo.
something?
Baron of the Eden is currently in the end event of Convocation.
Take a look.
Legend difficulty.
Delito.
Right.
We're gonna pause these. This is the hard part, was trying to rotate through multiple different streams.
Yeah, so many teams to follow. It's
It's
hard
awesome,
to give
but
all of them
a little
enough
tough.
attention. Like I feel like the one thing I've noticed we kind of neglected a bit is the one YouTube stream we had. We didn't really get to see much of.
Bio, thank you for that. You played amazingly. Your team did so good, Bio. Well done. Well deserved.
Get off my door.
But this strategy here is different. Now our elf is actually the Waystalker. We got the
Oh yeah, we actually
Grail
don't
Knight,
have a shade
Waystalker, Ironbreaker, Battle
Maiden.
Wizard.
What's at the center right now?
Probably the Ironbreaker. I don't see him. Yeah, IB is going to be up top.
The Ironbreaker is the center.
Bro.
That is legend
Red
difficulty.
screen,
They can get
welcome.
away with a lot more than they can on Cata 3, but that is definitely an interesting set of carry choices.
Hey boys, it's going well. I like
This
it.
Ironbreaker is
Why did I open my mouth?
Red screen.
Ooh, that leak.
Thanks for
was
participating.
interesting. Well, the Grail Knight got leech midair.
I'm taking a spot if there's
We had Red screen, you had Uganda,
Yeah, I think
Alistair.
Waystalker is a career
Joel.
that has an ultimate that isn't an escape ability and only has 120 health.
He might have
So-
just been relying on Curse.
Got the gunner and some black rats.
Turn it down just so that he might have been relying on his Curse just in case he gets hit, but there's
Oh my god!
No!
Daggered me in the
Two
Didn't
downs.
Quite get the revive there, so it's only the wizard left actually.
They just used their ult and it didn't really get them what they wanted. So now they're gonna do some kiting, try to pick up Captain Whiskers, and see if they can reset this event a little bit.
Yeah, but the Battle Wizard still has some health to work with.
Baron
And
is
this
T1.
So
Or no, Baron is Legend tier.
I do expect the wizard to be able to get this revive right here. So
He should be
have
fine.
an Ironbreaker coming to help, but this is gonna be tight now.
The
Gonna
good
need to
news
do
is
at least one full loop to be able to get any other revives, since the others aren't respawned yet.
The good news is that the other
might or might not make it. He's quite a bit of trouble right now.
only
I think he's
he
gonna be able to get the revive if he doesn't
should be
die
fine.
to Warpfire.
he'll be fine. He should
He
be
needs to
fine.
go over to survive.
Oh, you're back. You're
Point
back,
his
Dwarf.
shield toward the gunner.
Oh, 1 hit point. 12 hit points.
And he gets the Grill Knight. So that's 3 out of 4 up now.
Okay. Taking care of the Rattling, taking care of some Storms. Grail Knight pulling his weight.
Yeah, shooting at me.
Oh, Barden down.
Bottom down, but the Waystalker is back up.
Okay, okay. Yeah, they did make one checkpoint. That's good. The Barden, it might be better just to. They're really gonna get him up. Aw. No, they're gonna have to wait for that respawn. They need to.
Yeah, that's the kind of problem with this team. Is they
Recuperate.
don't. That's the thing. They don't have a Handmaiden or a Shade. They don't actually have anyone that's qualified to stand at the top.
Ironbreaker's gonna make his way. All right.
Gunner is.
Can you stand right there and?
Costly.
That was weird because you saw the Shade go into the thing, into the bubble, but I don't think it moves progress. You had some fun. Yeah, that was awesome. Uganda red screen. Thank you guys for participating, playing.
Yeah, I'm going up. I'm going up. Can I go down?
Kill the other lead.
Jump down. I go up.
I got too much shit.
If you guys have it recorded, streamed, if you guys have like a VOD of it, if you guys have a YouTube, I don't care what you have. If you have anything like that, please share it. If you don't, just make sure you get those screenshots and see if you get those either tweets out or those Discord posts.
Do you want to go get back up, Dwarf?
I think if you could, it'd be considered a cheese spot. Yeah, I agree with you that it could be cheese spot. But it's just interesting that you could stand there and move a progress bar, you know? Just for base
Got
game.
everyone up right now.
It's so strange.
Having
Okay.
the Grill Knight and the Ironbreaker try to stand their ground in the middle while the Battle Wizard and Waystalker just snipe things around in the bottom.
Yeah, I think they decided to split.
Right there. That's good.
Maybe they think they could do 2-2. The good news here is all their team is up. Grail Knight is going to be able to continuously get strength potions.
Yeah, as long as everyone is up on Legend, they can, just by having people up, manage to meet the DPS requirement to keep things at least contained, if not cleared.
Johnny, thank you. That's awesome to say something like that. The Brazilian player played on Legend. Oh, you did? Hold on. So you were playing in
Got the warp fire.
Oh, okay. You were playing Yars's team. Okay. That's awesome. Thank you for being part of it. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That's something I'm trying to do. EXAN, Ice, Bio, Grimmelec.
Got one.
You know, they approached us to kind of do a shoutcast of the game. Back in my day, I used to shoutcast Vermintide or Dota 2. Back in my day, for the EU scene. For like a semi-pro, so I'm trying to take some of that energy and bring it here.
And they managed to clear this event after this somewhat close recovery.
Somewhat close.
They managed to actually get their foot back on.
Let's go. Come on.
The Waystalker is gonna.
Oh,
rip Waystalker. You will be
Baron.
remembered. Died for the team.
But that's still a victory. Yes, they died, but you know what? That's still a victory for them. We're gonna leave this.
Hard one and we get it first try. Come on, now what the?
Oh, really? Did they really?
All right.
I think we could have gotten old Hans.
Alright.
27 minutes, just under 28 minutes. Let's take a look at that stat stream. Victorious, congratulations to Barrett.
GG easy. Is that what you want me to say?
Hope this kind of community event will bring more players. Honestly, I think it will, because this is season 2. Season 1 was only 4 teams playing. Season 2, 20 plus teams. You're talking over 80 people.
Do if we get even more teams to cover next time.
That's gonna be insane. That's gonna be just crazy. Because it was fun to do this, but wow, is this hard, and it's trying to make it so it's not confusing for people. S1 was 7 teams. I know, right? Like, oh, it was 7. It was okay, but it was 4 streaming. 17. That's still double the amount of teams. That's insane. Is there anybody else doing any sort of okay, Rain Guy's doing?
We've still got 2 teams, I believe, that are still playing. Incandescent on Cata 3 and Rain Guy on Cata 1 are still playing.
Okay.
and
All
then
right.
the last two that aren't quite done yet.
So I'm gonna try to do something.
Wow, on Incandescent, actually, it looks like the Shade is through soloing and managing to get revives.
I'm gonna try something. This
So
might be
it's
a
an
little
interesting
confusing,
situation.
but what I'm gonna try to do. This is who's this? Blow. Okay. So I'm gonna drop bios. See if this will work. Because if there's only 2 teams playing, if this works, I can have both Rain Guy and Blow playing. Okay, this will work. So on the left side, we've got Cata 1. On the right side, we got Cata 2.
3.
3. I'm sorry. I was counting the number of streams we have up. Yeah, left side Cata 1, right side Cata 3. Kind of watch, see what's going on here. I've given Rain Guy a ton of airtime. We're gonna check out Blow. We're gonna swap in between audios. So, but the way this system works is everybody has. What just happened to Blow? Okay, there we go. The way the system works is every team has 3 attempts. There are 4 maps, 3 attempts per map. The first one at the start of this event was Into the Nest at 4 points. The second one, medium map, you have Athol and Old Haunts, 2 different maps at the weight of 5 points. And then Hard, this map that we've been watching, Convocation of Decay, which is 7 points. So lots of opportunity to get, was it 21 points in total? And just the difficulty that these players are playing at. Not only just, this is Cata 3, Cata 1, or Legend Deathwitch Onslaught. It's the fact that they've been playing at this difficulty for 3 hours. Just think about the type of stamina, the mental conditioning you need to play at this difficulty for that amount of time.
Having played my own difficulties for long periods of time, it is very draining to play for more than a few hours at a time of this.
This is ice packs on your wrists and forearms, man.
Is like when you play maps on the official realm, right?
Mr. Timeout,
you get
welcome.
a hold, and then you have to focus for a while you're dealing with the hold, and then you get a break, right? Because there's no longer a hold, and there's maybe a few specials here and there, but everything is fine for a while, and you're not like spamming buttons the entire time. On Onslaught, it's not like that. On Onslaught, the holds are one after the other. The breaks you get are barely a few seconds, where you still have to be on guard for several specials at the same time. You don't get a break. It's 100% the entire time, and keeping that up for several hours does get very, very draining.
Yeah, Combine is insanely knowledgeable of the game, very helpful, an incredibly strong player. I would not have been able to complete just Cata Fortunes of War without some what's the word, mentorship with Combine, Squeak Cheese Taker, and JTC playing the Witch Hunter Captain. Would not have gotten that completion without their mentorship. Insanely powerful players.
Oh, it's coming this way. I'm going back.
I'm gonna check for supplies back here.
Yeah, he's soloed it. I was actually talking to him for a while. Combine true soloed Fortunes of War, Cata by himself. Took him 45 minutes.
You gotta move.
Can you guys...
Yeah, we're coming. Slowly but surely.
Alright, we got the event starting over here on Rain Guy stream. So, we're going to go ahead and put some focus on that.
Sky weird.
See what happens. Good luck, Rain Guy.
Okay, this is Cata 1. So see, they've got the Grail Knight, Shade, that was in Witch Hunter Captain team.
Does
They start with multiple players on the...
Does the progress bar move faster with more players on it?
No, it does not. They only have 2 players on top, so...
They're just splitting it up a little bit.
Which is an interesting strat. We'll see if they try to maintain a 2-2 split, or if they have the Witch or the Captain dropping.
There's the first mark.
Eventually.
Grail Knight's going to need to get some health up. Either that temp health needs to come up now, or he needs to find some room to pop that
healing. The duo in
healing.
the center is doing very well. The duo at the bottom has health issues.
Sticking close together, moving in clockwise fashion.
So far, they're Surprisingly few spawns, let's see. Maybe
They're doing-
everything's at the bottom and we're just not seeing it.
I mean, if you continue to
Here
keep
comes
moving
the
like
Chaos
this,
Warriors.
there's that control in the chaos. Yeah, I mean, both the splitting up 2-2 allows both those players, especially on top, to give each other breathing room for whatever they need to take
Yeah.
out.
And can more resilience to specials, since we did see like on course team the elf dying to
Mhm.
things several times. Having someone to rescue each other. So it's going to be very clean. That's I don't know if it's
Maya,
just because
welcome.
the bottom is
Congratulations,
just
by the way.
dragging everything around and we're not getting to witness it, but this this point of view at the center is very chill. for
Polyflumps.
Onslaught, anyway.
I didn't say hello. Welcome to you. Hail to welcome to hail to you. It was fun to watch, Maya. Congratulations. We got the final map score stats up on stream.
So we're gonna have to move the opposite direction here.
That's the type of communication you need for this difficulty. You hear that? Rango's like, we're moving counterclockwise, anti-clockwise for my EU viewers.
The incandescent that started on the triple boss.
Oh, salty.
Stitch on
He
her captain.
crouched. He tried to do.
The shade is also low health, but uses healing.
Nice, it's over.
And
There it
it's
is.
over. Now they just have to leave.
That's a very
They
interesting
survived for long
strat.
enough.
I mean, the kill
Yeah,
power
that was
by
an
the.
interesting 2-2 split, and it worked pretty well for them.
No, we did it.
There does seem to be at least a decent blob of enemies that was at the bottom. Not that the shade's gonna get stuck in it.
That happens, man. But you know what? They got the
Shade,
other two up.
But it
You
doesn't
got
matter
Royale with
because
cheese.
They got out.
The two people in the
I
middle.
can't read the
just
other
have to
name.
stay
I'll
try
have to
not
look at
to
the roster.
kill
You
it.
got Royale with cheese.
And it's okay if they get overrun. Because
C, B Chen, and
the
Rinkai.
team just has to get out.
Oh, and Scyther is the name on Discord I see here.
SCY.
Oh, I gotta get the stats. Get the stats.
Yeah,
This will be easy. Yeah, Scyther, Beachin, Royale with cheese, Rain Guy. I just heard their screenshot, but we got it here on the stream. That's insane. Again, we're looking at about 2,500 rats. You got 10K, 30, 40K, 40K. That's tons of damage. Congratulations to Rain Guy.
Yeah, so we'll need to wait for the score.
Team
And the
Rain
last
Guy.
team we've got Incandescent, Steam, with combining it, fighting the triple boss currently.
We got
on,
Incandescent,
Cata 3.
Incandescent,
Wizard is
Combine,
down,
Inglorious,
so
Blow Blow.
Well, not very close, but the
3 and 3. They've got a Storm Fiend instead of the Rat Ogre, which is I think the one thing that can be random with this triple boss.
Duke, hail to you. Yeah, a lot of these teams, the people who are playing these teams, some I've never seen before, insanely good players. Like, I've never seen Forced Gender Reassignment, FRG. I've never actually seen them play, but they did exceptionally well. Their team held their own. They completed all 4 maps. Well done.
So one thing of note here is the one that we're watching right now is actually playing on surprisingly high ping for an event like this, and it is like you can literally see the delayed hit markers whenever he hit things.
Yeah, I could. Well, yeah, I can see just slightly.
Because they're coming in, and Chaos Warriors.
Yeah, for it to be noticeable, like to an outside perspective, does mean that it is very powerful.
Yeah, some of these teams are composition of like NAEU players. There's Aussie players playing with NA players. Like playing with 100 plus is really difficult. If you're talking like Aussie to NA or Aussie EU, you're talking 250 plus probably. Like that's crazy. Imagine learning to play like that. Like imagine having to like practice.
Oh shit.
But I mean, if you have the communication of your team, you know the type of character you're going to play, you know the role you need to fulfill, you can work around it. You can make it work.
It might be
He's having a very defensive playstyle, as I probably would have too on a team like that.
Yeah. Rain Guy, thank you for the subscribe. 3 months. Congratulations, Rain Guy. We watched that ending. We got your stats right there at the end of the stream. B-Chen, you too. Welcome. Hail to you.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking die.
No, you got this.
This might end poorly.
You're fine. Come on. Get him up.
2 remain.
Come on, get him up.
Yeah, the 1
Oh.
HP. It's all the Witch Hunter Captain.
No, I'm dead.
Oh no.
Recruit?
Deal.
New recruit!
Oh!
Oh, hail the new recruit!
Hail to you. Cendric, welcome to the stream. Again, B-Chin,
You
Rain Guy.
might get, I don't
Thank
know
you for
what's
the host.
happening
Thank you
with
for the raids.
Troll and Chaos Warrior. We're not hitting here.
The troll is just standing
so
over
you
him.
might be able to get a revive.
He's
and
gonna get
stay,
shoved or vomit or something dumb's gonna happen.
All
No.
hail the new recruit.
That one.
No, gets the revive, so we're still 2 in.
Come on.
Which is still not a great position, especially since they're getting hordes. But I think 2 of the bosses are down. It's just the troll left.
It's
so
the troll,
we
yeah.
might yet get to recover this if they play well.
They need to stay close together. They need to keep the space.
You're in the next room.
They need to maintain their ultis. If they have ultis up, Rain Guy, thank you for the raid. Congratulations to you and yours.
Assassins, 1 down.
Oh, come on. He's dead.
Assassins in the tornado.
There's another one.
I think it died. They both died.
They're making their way to the ult. It's just gas rat.
They're splitting up. That's actually
He's
a
going
good
for the
strat
res.
here. Like the merc split up so that things follow him and it doesn't bring too many things into the cramped areas where the revives are being done.
He just used his shout.
You actually recovered.
Nice.
Yeah, I tried to ult.
Another recovery on this run, which is I think the elf was through soloing earlier in the run when I first tuned into them. So this run has multiple true solo experiences, which is not something you see often on Cata 3 with Onslaught.
Don't worry about ammo.
It's a
Usually when
true
one player is
show
left
of skill.
standing in the difficulty, it's over already, but not this time.
Yeah, GG, Rain Guy, Beachin, Royale with Cheese, Scyther. Congratulations.
Not yet though. The wizard is down again. Revived but killed immediately.
Well, oh no. It's okay. You know what? They've got 3. If they can somehow group up,
they've
deal
got
with this
3.
Biolator.
The troll is, I believe, phased, so they just have to kill it now.
I feel like the Biolator is the least of their worries. Honestly, it's this number of enemies. It's the specials. It's the elites. The troll,
the Bile troll always keeps someone forced to keep on the move. So getting rid of it always like, oh, it wasn't phased. It went down.
Wizard
It still
dead?
has to be DPS. Yeah, the wizard went down.
Immediately respawned. Oh, I got some respawn over there. I mean, that's a good way to play with if you know you've got lag, if you're gonna take damage, make sure you res quickly. But they spawn very far away.
Troll goes down.
Nice. That leech
So we're
is still
seeing, like,
alive.
the defensive
Gas rat in the
playstyle.
back.
Like he can't even risk aggression on this Chaos Warrior much because this ping might betray him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck that.
I'm saying like I'm watching Incandescent stream and you're watching one of the other team members. Just notice.
What's up, Shrimp? Hail
I've
to you.
got I have the point of view of the mercenary while you have the point of view of the Witch Hunter captain.
How do you have Incan? Oh, because his stream is up too?
Yeah.
Oh, let's do that. Let's pop up both. Take a look.
Yeah, you could do multi-twitch.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit down here.
Behind.
Oh.
No, is Combine streaming as well?
Yes, I believe so.
Can we do all 3? Oh no, yeah, it's all 3.
Let's just not push forward down the stairs. It's a horde.
Nothing stopping us now. They're the only team still playing.
Yeah, so we got multiple perspectives coming in. All right, one more, and then Combine.
What was that?
Can you see a wave, or was it just one ambush or something?
There's a whole bunch
See if
of
this
shit
works.
down here. It's not a
Actually, Combine might not be streaming.
I just do.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Combine is actually streaming. They were listed on the team roster, but I don't think they are actually streaming.
Oh, they're not?
No, it's just Blow and Incandescent.
Oh, okay. All right, so let me type that in. _/ and SC _AU. There we go. There we go. So multiple perspectives. We got the perspective of the elf, and we have the perspective of the Witch Hunter captain.
No, the mercenary and the Witch Hunter captain.
Mercenary? Oh yeah, I saw Combine and I read elf. Okay, yeah, mercenary.
Yeah,
Witch Hunter
it's
captain.
because spectating because dead.
Yeah, there it is. Will there be an announcement about the best times for each tier? probably stuff like that you're gonna
Seems while
find
we
with.
were messing with the streams, they've
Uh-oh.
lost another team member, so they're down to 2-man again. So this run is
This room has been insanely trying for these teams. But stats and stuff like that, Johnny, are going to be in the Discord. If anybody has that now, or if that is a thing, like if there's invites and stuff to that Discord, let me know, and then I can give you permission, and you guys can post that link. How long they've been in this room? Probably 5 minutes.
Making sure the rear doesn't get too.
and the revives coming in.
Nice.
It's a lot of deaths that they've managed to recover on this front so far.
It's
We'll
just
see if this is a trend that keeps on going in the end event.
Yeah, Trigger will be a bit
Oh,
further
friend.
in the tunnel.
being as merciful as they can, these enemies. But we're talking full temp health on everybody. We've got some healing coming up in the next room. Probably a potion or two, maybe a bomb if they're lucky around the back end of that sarcophagus. The thing that would make this easy for them is if there's a concentration potion where that sarcophagus is as they drop down to the right.
Yeah, they're not doing super well on supplies. Obviously, they will get the heals before the end event, but they don't have any potions or bombs right now.
Do it, Cendric. There are a ton of people that play this game. Ever since Grail Knight got released and the big patch came out, we're looking at about a consistent 3,000 players daily, and then it jumps up to about 5 to 6K, maybe more on weekends. So this game is very much alive. This game is still being curated by Fat Shark. This game still has quite a long lifespan to go. So pick the game up if you haven't already. It is on sale for $750. Get into it. Get into it. Ton of players. Can I drop a link? Oh, you have it, Bio? I'll give you permit real quick.
Alright, look at that trigger.
I know Bio. Bio's a good dude. There you go, guys. If you're interested in more and stuff like this, there are different categories of difficulty. It's not just the hardest OMG MLG version of Vermintide at Cata 3. That's what's Onslaught. We had a Legend tier as well. And if we're getting more and more people who are interested in playing, we might have to figure out a way to do different tiers of tournaments. But I'm a lowly, humble shoutcaster. I don't control any of that kind of stuff.
This last team that we're watching right now is on the Cata 3, which is the hardest difficulty of the bunch. Oh boy, this is down again. This wizard here just can't seem to stay alive.
Here we go. There'll be healing that Combine can do, possibly, but I'm telling you, I hate the Chaos Spawn.
Oh yeah, that's also an unfortunate area to get another boss in.
Me join the tournament. I'd probably play Cata 1. Realistically. If I had time to practice and train, yeah, I would, without a doubt, attempt Cata 3, but I don't have the time to practice like that. Cata 1 would be my go-to. There is a...
Oh, careful.
As soon as I was about to talk about that gutter runner, they killed it, so...
Switches.
Rattling from up top.
I think I could take Cata 3 if I were to participate in a tournament of my own difficulties, but I would have to practice. I wouldn't be able to just come in there and just take a spot and do that
Oh,
well
yeah.
on Cata 3.
This is not a mode
Cata
that
1
allows you
maybe,
to do
but
that.
Cata 3 I definitely have to practice with whatever team I'd be with. We lost the wizard.
Wow.
Silent Pat, Silent Specials. Yeah. Silent Pack Masters, Silent Gutter Runners.
But they have
Blink
they have
Striking
survived
Gutters.
This chaos spawn.
Respawn triggers are.
Looks like they're going backwards to get the wizard to respawn.
I have no idea. I don't actually want to be on the stairs, honestly. I don't like that
Sure.
at all.
Yes, never fight on stage. I think I've caught up to everybody saying something.
The drop. Let's just go.
Biolator tells us we can do it.
Nice. So if this,
Yeah,
who
timeout.
wants what? roll. I guess
So-
I'll chill in the middle while you guys do the kite thing.
Right there where those specials are. Oh, see, I told you there's a. Is there a conch pot? That's what they need. If it's there, it'll make it
Enough,
a
assuming
little
I don't
easier.
get wrecked by disablers.
Looks like it
Probably
was
want
bombs
Jade
instead of a potion.
this invis, and then
Yeah,
do the
it's the only
bandage and
supplies they're
15
gonna get
seconds.
besides the healing.
Sure. Yeah, maybe
confident
Shade.
enough.
I don't know. Combine, what do you reckon?
If you're not, because I can get 2. Back 2.
Okay.
You. Yep, as long as you. Oh, you don't even need to necessarily stay alive. You just have to stay alive.
Spire lives on Haterade. What are you talking about, Rain? Haterade. We've got some Chaos Warriors just standing back watching as they clear the rest of this horde. I mean, this room should actually be their rest room. They've got a bunch of healing in here. You know it's on the side. They have a ammo crate at the end here. Still potential for another
There's
potion.
always the threat
Oh!
of being tossed out off
I
in
got
some
him.
way or other. Which, you know, obviously there's no bosses here, so there's not a major threat.
Pile, welcome to the stream.
It's likes terrain.
I have not seen any crashes. I've seen people do restarts for whatever the reason, but I haven't seen any crashes on the stream. But I can only be on 4 streams at once, so maybe I missed one. Oh, that gutter.
There's another heal.
Alright, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah, we've had. I mean, there shouldn't be that many crashes, right? There's nothing completely insane going on. Onslaught itself should be, for the most part, very stable.
Oh, wait, the horde.
Yeah.
After the wave, we can push in and it should cancel.
Okay.
Okay.
Even though there was all that healing, I mean, Inglorious still hurt. They have 3 things of healing. They still have 2 bombs, fire bombs, which, you know what, in this particular scenario would be really good. You throw the fire bomb down in the pool. Most of the time, enemies try to walk around the fire, so you can buy yourself some time. Was it 6 to 8 seconds? I can't remember how much the fire bomb is.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, you don't
See what
necessarily.
approach they take to this.
They've
They
got
have
a
a
shade. Jade's got a bomb too. Maybe that's what they're planning on doing. It would be
The
interesting to
Wizards
see
just
another.
use their healing immediately.
Well,
Same with you, Shade. I don't know if you
if they're playing with that lag, I guess they just want to anticipate the health instead of waiting to get down. Because what I've seen so far in this event,
I don't know about the ping of the wizard. The mercenary is the one that has the noticeably high ping.
it could just be fatigue at this point. 3.5 hours playing Cata 3.
Can definitely be, yeah.
in the middle. Will be 3 kite. You guys know the kite loop, right?
Because it's not just your wrists, it's not just your fingers, your elbows. You're sitting down the whole time. You're watching. You know, like you've been making all these decisions. What would you think Vermintide APM is? Actions per minute at Cata 3.
This spawning.
Like, just mental fatigue besides physical.
Sorry, I
Like,
don't have
it's
any-
gotta be
It's not so
punishing.
many actions per minute, so much as keeping track of a lot of different factors at the same time in
Yeah.
your mind.
Mentalization is a big thing.
Caster alive.
And then on top of that, the saving grace is once you play with your team like this, you know how they're gonna act. You can hear how they're interacting with each other over comms. They're very calm. They see what's going
Those look
on.
like they're taking a similar approach as Core's team did. Choose
Yep.
the shade in the middle while the rest of them defend in this loop.
It's smart and safe. They're almost at. I think they've cleared the first portion.
Oh, I fell. Fuck.
Yeah, they've got 1/3 secured.
Yeah, come down. We don't want to get split.
Keep going.
So one thing I don't do, which is I think something worth pointing out, is the spear
try a hold
and
on the
the bill hook. The range those weapons have.
Don't get it on.
Very, very helpful.
Let's just go.
It is.
Go.
Minus the control, just the range it has. You can get that hit in before a berserker gets on you, or a storm gets on you.
Overhead's incoming. Watch out.
Drop.
Drop here.
And take a look at that. You have Kruber just holding out in front, blocking, guarding, while the Wizard just lights it up.
The Wizard seems, I think, that's fireball stuff, which is like an unusual take, but it works for them. Works for them.
Choppa, thank you for the host. Welcome to the stream. Hail to you.
Behind you, Kappa. Oh, thank you. Very good call. Keep moving.
Wizard goes down.
Oh, I got sandwiched. That's high.
It's fine, just keep moving.
But they got 2/3 secured
doing there,
already,
Combine?
and the Shade seems to still be in good condition, has half held and a med kit.
Yeah, let's take it.
That overhead almost
As soon
connected.
as this ends, Combine, I want you to just leave.
Okay, look at that. Combine's just gonna ditch the second this is over. Which is smart. It's a smart play.
Shade takes a hit.
Ooh, no. I don't even know what that was.
But yeah, no, in fact, the revive's gonna happen. So that's 2 players left.
Well, the witch is up. They just need to get to the other side of the room.
Yeah, they've lost that last third, but 2/3 secured. The Wizard's coming back up. This is definitely not lost yet.
Salts is getting pinned.
No, the Salt's player that is in the. Well, not trouble. He's dead.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah, I couldn't make it out.
I see. That's why
Looks
they
like
use the healing.
Mercenary is gonna go for
No,
the
Glorious.
middle.
There's no way you're gonna get that true
He's gonna get
solo.
bullied off of it
Oh
by
my
the
god.
fire. Nice shot from the Mercenary. Oh, Mercenary is last standing. That's
Yeah. He doesn't get a whole lot of opportunity here. If that ulti's up,
revive is there.
go for it.
It's there for him. It looks so beautiful.
Come on.
He wants the elf to be up.
I told you that firebomb.
Gets it, but goes down for it.
No.
Now it's all up to the
I
elf.
died for that. Fuck. Get out.
Elf, come on.
Not much help to work with.
You sure you get your heal, Combine, that you drop?
Oh wow, what a
Actually goes
shot.
to the center. What a madman.
Who's gonna use verticality? If these guys have to climb up, he's gonna
Yeah.
try to run. He almost went for that
He
heal.
wants to get a med kit in. Gets the med kit in. Wow, that's a med kit and a half.
Oh.
Now he has help to work with and gets the Witch Hunter Captain.
Nice. Keep cutting.
It's the Wizard. Nope, Wizard. Not enough space for the Wizard.
I'm up. Don't risk it. Combine.
Has the presence of mind of giving up the revive before he gets God Shattered.
Risk it.
He's getting punched.
Instead of
He's
after.
getting cornered with fire and the punches from the
Flame Rat killed the Chaos Warrior.
Still goes for
Chaos
middle.
Warriors.
Dude, this flame rat.
He's gonna have to do it all over again. This is a big circle he's gonna have to do all
Yeah,
over
he
again.
has to keep reviving his teammates until they manage to grab a foothold enough to not die immediately again.
No, not yet.
Which is
Roan player,
quite
welcome.
a thing. But he
Eradicate,
has some
welcome.
help to work with. Still has 82 permanent health.
Dash out.
Using some here.
He's gonna do another loop. His ulti's up. He can pick up the healing.
Invis
He
now.
can go invis and can
God.
potentially pick up 2 more
mercenary.
players.
Alright, I'm gonna
Dodges
draggle
the
this
hook,
away.
but
Something's happening here on.
Wizard just dies immediately again. Unfortunate. But the mercenary gets to stay alive a little bit, so they have someone up.
Just loops,
Combine is going to the circle
loops,
again.
loops, loops. That's the thing that they have to do. That's the name of the game right now.
When you can. Oh, it's actually.
Yeah, the thing is right now, like there are limits as to how long it takes before units keep on spawning. So like as nothing dies, things keep on piling up more and more, and becomes more and more uncontrollable. So even with people coming back up, it's they've got quite a lot to deal with. But
Easter, welcome
the
to the
mercenary
stream.
gets the Witch Hunter Captain up before going
coming
down
up.
himself.
Get on up, sir. Let's go.
I'm gonna die to the fire. Fuck me.
Don't go.
That
Maybe
fucking
get the
yes,
witch
yeah.
up. He's gonna try for it. He went. Lots of overheads coming in.
The Wizard is up. Wizard is up. But
Come
the
on.
Wizard doesn't
No.
get to stay alive. The elf just tries to go for the solo win at this point, it seems.
Combine, what are you gonna do?
It's not happening.
I'll just finish it.
His ult's almost up. He just dropped down.
The
He's
amount
got to
of
deal with
stress
this
for
lich.
Combine right now.
Leech.
Oh, that is a precarious scenario now. Oh, something's like that. That is.
Is he gonna be able to?
unfortunate.
No.
Unlucky, dude.
Oh, so much. So many plays in this one run.
Yeah, so
Oh.
many revives. Like there were so many
45
revives in
minutes.
this run. Not just in the end events, but
tried.
in the rest of it. But unfortunately, doesn't quite come through. So close. They were really close before the elf went down for the first time.
Alright, that's that.
GG, guys. You played so wonderfully. honestly. 45 minutes into that previous run, it would have been nice to see stats, but they're running the mod to be able to restart the map. Would have been nice to see stats on that, but still, insane level of gameplay. Insane level of gameplay. So we watched a ton of people. Hey, maybe this will work. Yeah. Twitch, Vermintide 2. Can we get? Are my commands working? I just want to get some hype in channel for this event. This event was absolutely insane to watch, fun to shoutcast. All the teams playing. I know I said them before, but let's say them again. We got a bunch of people here. You're probably interested, right? We're gonna say team names. I can't go through all the player names. It's a bunch of them, but just the team names that played. We had Team EXAN, Team Prey, who's AU Australian. So I don't think we got to see them. Team UI Improvements, Team Jarsa, Team Blues, Gargoyle Gang, Team Last Minute, and that's one of the teams that are combined with NAEU players. So you got to figure out that lag dance. Bola Soggy Cereal, well played, well done. Royale with Cheese, Toledo, SwaggerDaggerSquad, Unknown Chinese Power, Biolator, Killy Q Tack Dots, Red Screen, Keefy $2 Mac and Veggie, Blow we saw, Albino Athletes, Elderly Home, and the ROK, the Republic of Korea. So thank you guys for playing. I hope you enjoyed this shoutcast. If you did, give me a +1. Give me a Skaven symbol. Anybody who's subbed to Fat Shark's channel. Will it work? Yeah. Thank you for everybody who came in, who participated, who played, who watched it. If you guys are interested, I don't know if you're still there. Permit bio, if you're still there.
New recruit?
I'm going to give you another.
All hail the new recruit.
Easter, thank you for the follow. I'm going to give you another one. You can copy and paste that link if you can. This is for the Discord for the Deathwish Onslaught. Talk to Examina, or just join it. Go to the overview, go to the upcoming events, stuff like that. If you're interested in playing, let them know. I appreciate you playing. It was really fun. Thank you for allowing me to be able to shoutcast. And with me again is Grimalek. Yeah, creator of this tournament. Or not the tournament, the difficulty in which the tournament is using. So hail and hype to all of you. I'm going to leave you guys with a parting gift. Again, thank you so much. Is there anybody who is currently...
It's been great to do this a second time.
I love it.
And I'll be glad to come back again.
Let's get season 3 underway. I don't know what kind of pressure people are going to go through to try to scramble their teams, put it together, start practicing. Some of the what are the prizes, right? T1, those prizes. You got Warhammer 40K Kill Team, which is a game, $10 Games Workshop gift voucher, premium content codes provided by Fat Shark, so sponsored in a sense, right? T2, you got Dawn of War, which is 40K, 2 $15 Games Workshop virtual gift cards, and 2 premium content codes for runner-ups, again, provided by Fat Shark. T3, you get Heroes of the Empire, which is an awesome omnibus book. It's a series of books. That's 2 copies of that book, and then 2 Games Workshop virtual gift cards, 1 bag of Deathwish coffee, and 4 premium content codes for all the runners-ups for, again, provided by Fat Shark. So I'm going to leave you guys with one thing. Something that, the 1-year anniversary of Vermintide, which is really cool. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm going to play it if I can find it. I look forward to seeing you in Season 3, Deathwish Onslaught. Good night. Yoska, hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Please. If you're interested in this, if you play Vermintide, go to that link. Go to the Discord. Read the overview. Read the terms. Read the use. Find your team. Join the next tournament.